What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am been on the phone all day this morning with the city of Chicago and also with some auto women and aldermen as well concerning an article that was dropped by the Daily Mail. They dropped an article on the Daily Mail, and I'm going to show you all this particular article concerning the migrants. As you all did see the title here, I'm going to show it to you all in this particular moment, where they are saying Chicago is giving $9,000 to a migrant to cover their rent and help furnish their apartments, as staggering reports reveal a single medical firm ranked in 7.2 million sheltering the city's asylum seeker in just 1 month. So I want you all to see this particular article that was on the Daily Mail, and that is what was written on the Daily Mail. They said the Windy City is struggling with over 11,000 migrants in shelters and 4,000 staying in police stations and the O'Hare International Airport. The city has allocated $4 million to help migrants find temporary housing, and the state has contributed another $38 million. The Mayor Johnson and several city council members are scheduled to visit the border this week. Now, this article was written on October the 16th, and it's pretty much saying Chicago is giving $9,000 in rental assistance to migrants in need of temporary housing. They are also talking about the money they're spending on staffing shelters, according to the official reports. And they are saying to free much needed room and shelter, the state of Illinois is helping cover costs of temporary housing for migrants, including 9,000. So the state of Illinois, is doing this as well. So we're going to be we have sent out some messages also to the state. They are like reaching out as well. So with this, again, and I'm speaking it from this particular article, this is a lot that is going on in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois. And I want to say this from a place of being a citizen of this country. I understand asylum seekers, they're leaving, they're fleeing their homeland. Okay. All right. But what I don't agree with is the urgency of the state, the urgency of the city to pay and to cover the costs of asylum seekers. There are so many homeless people in the state of Illinois, in the state, that do not have housing, proper housing, where they have to live with someone and have to no assistance. But you're telling me on the backs of the taxpayers, that the taxpayers are paying $9,000 to assist with apartments, paying the rent, helping them not only pay the rental costs, but also to furnish their apartments. There are so many people I know in Chicago, in the state, that will love to get those type of benefits. Even people that got jobs that are falling behind on their rent, that need rental assistance, will love to have that. So for me, honestly, I think that the state need to address this, and I think that the city needs to address it. Now, we did reach out to the city. I reached out to the city trying to get some information. We reached out to the state trying to get a comment. We have not. Let me check my email. I want to make sure that anybody respond to us. Give me a second. All right. All right. Nobody have responded to us as of yet, but we did send out some emails today, and hopefully we can get a response, because I would like to understand, why are we giving people assistance and giving them apartments and giving them all type of stuff? Like, why are we doing this? Like, why out of all this stuff we're giving them assistance, apartments, and housing and clothing and all of this? This is, to me, it's very unfair. It is unfair to do. It is unfair as Americans to see this, And this is bad for Democrats because Republicans going to say whoever is the nominee, whether it's Trump or Governor Ron, that why are we giving money to people with illegal immigrants? That's illegal, came here illegally. That's just like somebody breaking into your apartment or to your home, and you have to help them get an apartment and furnish their house. They literally broke into your home, and you're giving them free assistance. How you have to pay it? Like, that's unfair. That doesn't. This is going to harm Democrats in 2024. Like, I don't know how the Democrats is going to sell this to um to their constituents and to their voters. I don't know, because this is bad and it's harming majority black and brown people that vote. When I say black folks, and also some brown people that vote Democrat, they're going to look at this like, F voting for Democrat. They giving away free housing for people with no rights. And I've been an American since all my life and never got to, okay, we're going to help furnish your apartment. We're going to give you $9,000. Like, I don't understand this. And yes, Biden did not approve this. This is not a federal program. This is from the state. But the average voter is going to blame Biden. And Republicans, their job is they're going to write so many attack ads that they're going to put and use black folks to say, I regret voting for Biden. Under President Trump, he didn't give free housing for people with no rights. He deported them. But under President Biden, I've been homeless all my life. And I would love to get $9,000 to cover to help me get some assistance to get on my feet, to give me an apartment with some furniture. That's going to happen. And the state, I get it, because we have the governor of the state of Illinois and you have the mayor, that now they're talking about the need federal assistance. Mayor Johnson did say, hey, I'm going to go to the border and see what's going on. He changed his mind because there is no need to go to the border. There is a crisis. If you go to the border, all the press going to be there, plus Fox News, and they're going to ask you, Mayor Johnson, what is your thoughts about President Biden's failure to protect the border? What are your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that your city have to pay all this? Do you believe, Mayor Johnson, that the city only should have to pay for these migrants? Should President Biden administration assist? What's your thoughts on that? So you don't want to go and embarrass Biden. So that's why he's like, I can't do that, because you already know the issue. We have an issue at the border. Now, when President Trump said, hey, let's build the wall, okay, President Biden said, I don't want to build the wall. It's a bad idea. Now he's telling the DHS and his Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol and all of this. Now you're saying, okay, we got money that was originally for the border under the Trump administration. Okay, we're going to use that money to build the wall, to finish the infrastructure of the wall. But you said during the campaign, we're not going to do nothing with that wall. It's a bad idea. I'm not going to do that. But now that you see it's such a crisis because Republicans were smart, they're playing chess. Okay. It really ain't a problem once they're in the red states because they typically don't vote Democrat. So how about we bus and put them on planes, put these migrants and ship them to blue states? Whoever thought of that idea was very smart, because now it's a national crisis, because typically Chicago never really talked about the border because they're not a border city. They're not a border. Illinois never talked about the border because they're not a border state. So they don't care. They're thousands of miles away from the border. New York never talked about the border because it's not a border state. Hello? Hey. Who is this? Yeah, I'm talking. I'm not taking no phone calls right now. I once I get done talking and I announce that I have the phone lines open up. Once I get done doing my excuse me. Okay, I gotta let you go. You gotta wait for it. Point of order. Okay, I gotta let you go. Okay, I'm sorry. She definitely needs some housing. So that was a that. Sorry, Mayor Johnson. That's one of your constituents. They need some housing, and they upset already. They need some housing. Okay, so typically the state of Illinois never talked about the issue at the border because they wasn't a border state. But now the Republicans say, F this, we want to take the House, we want to take the Senate, and we want to take the White House. So how about we bust these people? Let's share the load to all of this sanctuary cities. And let's test this idea of a sanctuary. Because we already know, Republicans already know this, the conservatives people, they already know this. They're not going to send these people to the wealthy, to like Naperville, very wealthy suburb. They're mainly going to be in poor areas, particularly black areas. Black poor area. We know they're going to bust them. They're going to house them there. So what happened? They kept sending 1,000. Buses started flooding. Then the Democrats decided, hey, we're going to do the DNC. We're going to do the Democratic National Convention. We're going to do it in Chicago. So that's really, okay, we got them in New York. They mad at us. So we got to apply some more pressure to the city of Chicago. Okay, we got that mayor, Lori Lightfoot, a one term. Okay, they elected another black mayor. So we got to turn it up because we don't want black people to be a mayor. We want somebody like a Republican in Chicago. So we're going to bust some more people up there. We're going to keep on busting them. 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 Now, in this particular article here, they are literally spending millions on medical care. Do you know there's some black folks in the city of Chicago that don't have medical insurance? Why in the world are we giving the people in these shelters medical assistance? What about the homeless people in the city of Chicago that need medical treatment? There have been black folks living and sleeping at the airport, because I've seen them, and is no urgency. There is no urgency for them, but it's urgency for the migrants and the quote unquote asylum seekers. They broke the law. They broke the law. And we're going to give them housing and an apartment, food. We can give them everything. Who cares? They're asylum seekers. And now, Mayor Johnson, you in for 4 years, so it ain't going to really bother you yet, right? But it will bother President Biden because he's up for re-election. Now, President Trump, he have the game plan. Whoever is the nominee of the Republican Party have the game plan. And other Republicans, if you all want some media attention, because I know y'all struggling to get some media attention, all you Republican candidates that are running ain't getting no media attention. How about you all go to the city of Chicago? When them black folks out there protesting, you go out there and you talk to those residents and you do a press conference, okay? And say, I want to say, this is wrong for these Democrats to handle their voters. They vote for these people for decades, and they're getting free housing, free appointments, free medical care, dental care, and this is wrong. Under my administration, I do it when it's packed with black folks. I will order all agencies to deport them back to their country. If you do that, you get the black folks to rally there. Yeah, man, deport them back, because that's what Trump would. I will deport them back. 1,000 per day. The first day in office, I will order all federal agencies to find them, to fingerprint them, and deport them back to their countries. And we will give the money to citizens of this country, not to illegals. If you run with that, make it simple. Don't think of no big words. Go to the hood. Go right there. Talk to them activists, and they will help usher in that message. Make it simple. If you do that, it could be Trump. Trump, you should do it. But anybody else, y'all run it. Talk to the black folks in the city. Go to New York and apply that pressure. The media are going to eat it up because black folks are going to share it. Why not go to the Ottoman woman? What is her name? Ottoman Janetta B. Taylor. She's pissed. She's an auto woman. They call all the women now because they changed it up. They made an ordinance to call it all the women instead of all the man. So go to the all the woman and of the 20th ward. Go right in front of her office and say, yes, I stand with this sister because she have went and said that the city is not being honest about the amount of money they're paying for the migrants. But I want to go a step further, Mrs. Taylor. No offense. But I don't believe that illegal immigrants should be getting money out of your ward. Apply pressure to her. Then you go to every ward and you apply that pressure. And then the older people, they'll be like, we ain't gonna be able to vote for this. Because if they say no, this city ain't gonna be able to pay their bills. So you apply pressure on the local level. Chicago is the power base of the Democratic Party. They love Chicago because that's what they put in the DNC. That's what a lot of power at. So you make as much pressure there. And that's how you harm them in 2024. It will harm Biden. Because if you do that to Mayor Johnson, then Mayor Johnson, he's losing his allies, which he's already losing them. He's losing ally support in the city council. Then he will have to do a press conference as a black mayor and say, yes, President Biden, this is a crisis. We need you now. We need funding now. You need to make him be pissed. But in order for him to be pissed, you got to go after his allies. You go after his allies and apply pressure in their wards, and they say, no, we ain't gonna be able to vote for this. We ain't gonna be able to do it. We ain't gonna be able to pass that budget. We ain't gonna be able to do it. Let it be a budget crisis where the city can't pay their bills. Then Mayor Johnson, he will have to make a statement. Then the state, because they get some resources from the city, then they have to do a press conference. They're gonna be pissed. Then Fox News, they gonna go live and say, Biden, he's losing support with black mayors and they're going against him and blah, 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 blah. Then they get their people, blah, blah, blah. This is what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna do it anyway, because if I'm thinking like this, y'all thinking like this. Y'all want to do this. So I ain't telling y'all nothing that y'all ain't strategizing, because this is what y'all are doing, because it's working, because President Biden said, well, Congress got to do something. Congress already in the mess. They can't even pick their speaker. So this is the best time to make that same strategy in the House, make it in the city of Chicago, make it in city council. All you got to do is go to the ward. The ward, they if they feel like they're losing support from their constituents, they will turn against the mayor. So all you struggling candidates, a lot of y'all are struggling. Larry Elder, what is his name? Because he's struggling. He ain't on no debate stage. Let me help you, player, because I donated $10 to your campaign. I donated $10, player. Okay. Your name is Larry Elder. All right. You running for president, correct? And you struggling. You can't get on the debate stage, correct? And you black, correct? You black. Yeah, you black. Okay. And you felt like you being mistreated by the RNC because they not donating. You know, they didn't get you on it because you ain't got enough donations, right? You struggling in the polls. How about you use you being black, educated, a radio host, you do it. And you speak to the people. Senator Tim Scott, you a senator. You struggling. Ain't nobody paying you no mind. How about you go to Chicago, get on the plane, you campaign in Chicago, make Chicago, even though we know it's the Iowa caucus. We get that. They got the first round, but you still struggling. You need some media attention. You do that in Chicago, all that stuff, all the publicity, all the news, and we get national news because you're black and you are a senator and other black folks will know who you are. Then you go back to Iowa and you keep it going. And you go against the migrants. You go against that. And then you tell the people in Iowa, they could be coming to your city. We got to stop it. And you keep preaching that. And say, I will deport them. You will deport them immediately. When you're first in office, there will not be an inauguration party. I will be too busy working in the Oval Office, ordering my agencies to deport them back to their country. And we're not playing that. So what you got to do, Tim Scott, is use your swag as a senator and use it. Or you're going to struggle. You audition to be the vice president. You do that, then you're really on that short list of being the VP because you're black. And we know they want a black man to be the VP because they want more black men to vote Republican. Once they snatch the black man vote, that will be the end of the Democratic Party. They will struggle, and it will take them decades to recover. The only reason why Democrats have got the much power they got is because they got a dedicated block. The only block is they can just guaranteed to get the black vote. But if you snatch the black man vote, that guarantee is gone. Because black women cannot do it alone. They have to have the black man vote with their vote in order to be a powerful voting bloc. You take the black man vote from the Democrats in every place, in every part of this country will feel the pressure. And that's your all strategy. I get it. I'm not a political expert, but I know game when I see game. I know some political strategy that y'all use. It's a great strategy because it's working. It's a very effective strategy. And when I stepped foot in City Hall, I saw, okay, the strategy is working. So it's a very effective strategy because black folks know when they're being gooped. When they keep seeing them articles, they getting free apartment, free housing, and all of these companies, and they going to house them in Roseland. That's a black area. Now they're suing the city of Chicago because now a lot of groups are funding them and say, why don't y'all sue? Some of these black folks, they don't know nothing about that. Some group is telling them to sue. So now they're suing the city. New York got a temporary restraining order getting them out their shelters. New York, them white residents ain't playing because Mayor Adams is trying to is trying to put them into place. And Mayor Adams, so them white residents, they with flashlights say, get out of here. You ain't welcome. We already know how they roll because they grandfathers and granddaddies did us black folks like that. So all you doing, the Republicans like, that's going to usher in their biases, and they did exactly that. Get out of here. You're not welcome. Baby, they playing loud music. They filed a temporary restraining order. The judge ordered them migrants out of the shelter, said they got to vacate the premises because them white residents went to court and got a court order, a temporary restraining order, and said they cannot house them in this shelter. So it is working. It's very effective strategy. And it's working. Not only in that, it's really, really working. It's working. Okay? All right? So that's just how that goes. So when we have this understanding, I said this is working with the Republicans. I get it. It's a very effective strategy because their goal is, I want the White House. Republicans want it. Not only they want the White House, they want the Senate, they want the House. Now, this whole strategy of Republicans can't find their speaker, oh my gosh, that's a part of their strategy. Because if it's chaos in the House, who is it going to harm in 2024? Biden. Because if they can't find a speaker, we can't pass a budget. We can't pay the country can't pay their bills. They can't pay their workers. And Biden will be blamed because they're paying Biden back because now they tried to use and get Trump arrested and all of that. It is a game. It's a political game. It's some good theater, right? So they like, okay, y'all coming for Trump. All right. Okay, cool. Y'all arrest Trump. He got multiple indictments. Okay. Multiple indictments. Okay. Okay. Cool. Them Republicans, they get in their office with their people. All right. We're gonna the Speaker of the House, we're gonna vote him out. And we're not gonna pick a new speaker. We're just gonna push it all the way up because we gotta pass a new budget. So how about we just have all this confusion that's going on in Israel? You can't pay nothing because Congress is the purse holder. See, people don't read. Congress got the purse. If they don't pass no budget, you can't pay nothing. It's at a standstill. It's at a freeze. So since they passed it up, we're going to have all this confusion. And we already know the Democrats, they united. They want a black speaker. That ain't going to happen. We ain't going to get no black speaker. We just won't have a speaker. That's how they think. So they just wait, playing all these games. Woo, 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 woo. They just playing games. And guess what they ain't talking about? Trump and them indictments. It's going to switch. Now we on this. Oh, they're going to media attention. Then you got the migrant crisis. Oh, we shipping more buses because what they're trying to do is discourage black folks to not vote. That's what they're doing. Then You got the whole thing that going to Israel. We get it. And now President Biden, we need billions to send to Israel. Yeah. But guess who you got to ask to send that money? Republicans, and they ain't doing it. If they ain't helping you with the migrants, they're not going to help with that because they want to win in 2024. They're not trying to help Biden get a win. They want him to lose. Okay? They're not playing. When I tell you Republicans ain't playing no game, they want power. They ain't F the rules. Because when you want power, screw rules. I want complete power. Democrats, they behind the curve. Their strategy ain't working. I don't know what their strategy is. They behind the curve. But Republicans, they playing the long game. They got the migrant crisis. They ain't prepared for that. They talking to black men. Black men are just loving this. Man, I love the Republic under Trump, man. He got multiple indictments. Man, look how he fight. Waka Flocka. Is that Waka? Is his name Waka Flocka? He endorsed President Trump. Waka Flocka. He endorsed President Trump. Said he want Trump in Waka 2024. Their whole strategy, we need black men. Either A, to vote for us or don't vote. That's their whole strategy. It's multiple different strategies, and it's working. Because now Biden, because black people is on the side of the Palestinian people. Now, Biden got to sing a different tune. Oh, wait a minute. The Palestinian people they are not a part of that group. Okay. That group that did it, they don't represent the entire Palestinian people. Oh, my God. Now, he's singing a different tune because he's losing support. Because the Palestinian people got allies with the black community. I said the Palestinian people, the people over there, they kind of rock with black folks. Black that relationship go back decades. So now that relationship, you lose support. And if it seems like President Biden is taking a side against black folks, they won't vote. And that's why the Black Lives Matter pretty much said they stand with the Palestinian people, and they didn't like that. But we understand how far they go back. Now, we can't believe nothing that the government tried to tell you they narrative. Can't believe nothing they saying because they have a history of not telling the full story. They will never tell you the full story. Now, what we do know, Biden is up for re-election, and he have to win in 2024. And it looked like if this election was be held today, he would lose. Hands down. Hands down, he will lose. So we will see his next strategy in the future, but I don't necessarily see it. A strategy, he needs something big to happen. But right now, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. Okay? So, and they didn't tell me the plan. I just see the plan. You ain't got to tell me. I've been around politics too long. Like, I get it. It's not going to, it's a great strategy. Once I seen they start busing migrants to Chicago, first it started in New York. When I started seeing it in New York, then I seen it in Chicago, I said, they ain't playing because Democrats, they kept saying this is a sanctuary city. When you say that, somebody said, okay, let's test that sanctuary city. They did it in New York. And when I seen this city council worker saying, she was on the news and she said, we need to revisit this idea of a sanctuary city. We can't afford to keep doing this. How about we just revisit that idea? Meaning, how about we just go away with this crap? Because we never meant it being a sanctuary city. It just sound good. Democrats got a tendency of sounding like they so progressive. They got this big old umbrella. They talking good stuff because they not on the border. It's easy to call it a sanctuary city when you far away from the border. Now in New York, they got big old signs in New York. And in New York, they ship some signs on the border in Espanol, in Venezuela, and all their languages saying, quote, don't come to New York. We ain't got no more room. But they don't have a decision where they go. And the governor look like, screw you, Eric Adams, because we still going to put them on buses, whether you got room or no room. We putting them on the highway, putting them on a plane, and we bringing them back to New York. Okay? We bringing them right there with their garbage bags and them kids. We still going to ship them there. I don't care nothing about them signs because that Eric Adams, I no offense, man, but they can't tell the governor of Texas or Arizona or any other border state where to go. They gonna get on that bus and they gonna go right to New York. That ain't gonna work. So now, man, Adams like he finally dragging Biden administration, right? He finally got that swag. He like, F this. I want to get reelected. Biden, you better do something. We need the federal government. You got to say it now. Ain't no, and their whole strategy, you need to drag Biden. That's the whole strategy, because if you drag, you a black mayor, black, and you a man too, and we want black men vote. We want they vote. So that give us easy. And then when they go to Fox News, I don't understand the Democrats, but this is what they voted for. They voted for Biden under President Trump. They get somebody that's a former Trump administration or former or a Republican consultant, because under Trump he put the wall up. This is what he said. He was deporting them, and the Democrats didn't want to do it. And so now they understand that this is a crisis. It's funny. I love it. It's entertaining. But this whole crap, when this article came out, now mind you, this is in the Daily Mail in the United Kingdom, bro. This is when they wrote this article and they put this article out. This got black folks heated. The headline alone: Chicago is giving $9,000 to migrants to cover their rent and help furnish their apartments. A staggering report reveals a single medical firm ranked in 7.2 million sheltering the city's asylum seekers for just 1 month. This article have went viral in many parts of the city, and they upset and mad that why they getting $9,000 check. And so now Republicans can take that and they can make commercials. Do you let that sink in? Let that sink in. You see that lady, how she eating that popcorn? Even the ads is shady. Look at this. Look how she eat that popcorn. Like, what? That's in there. Let that sink in. Now, is that fair? Let's just let y'all simmer on there. Let y'all simmer on that. Yeah. So that is what it is. I just want that just to simple in. Okay? That's it. And it's the same. All right. So when that article came, I said, because I sat on it. I said, oh, I'm gonna see. And I said, man, I gotta talk about that. I got to see about that. I got to. And now about they bringing up what the veterans required. They're bringing up in Mali, okay, was when in Hawaii when they had those wildfires. I know they would love to get $9,000 per family in Hawaii that lost everything. They didn't even get that. I believe they only got it $700 per, but 9,000 is for people with no rights. And the people in Hawaii are citizens because Hawaii is a part of the United States of America. And I don't think they got a $9,000 check. Now, I have to confirm that they're getting it fast. They're getting it. When I say super fast, they're getting it super fast. Okay? Super fast. They're moving quick. And the Republicans knew it. And they're just laughing, eating popcorn. You see how that lady eating popcorn? You see how that lady eating popcorn? That's what the Republicans doing right now. Republicans is doing that right now. They eating it. They enjoying this because people think, oh, this is the Republican Civil War. No, it's not. This ain't no Civil War. Republicans are doing this because at the end of the day, if they can't pass nothing, it's going to harm Democrats in 2024. If they take the White House, that's great. That's what they want. They want the White House in 2024. They eating popcorn. This ain't no Republican Civil War. This is strategy. They pretended, oh, we're gonna elect Mr. Jordan to be our speaker. Oh, he lost in the first. They want all that chaos because it makes Biden look bad. Because it harms Biden when he goes to other countries to try to negotiate. They're gonna tell him your own house is not in order. How can you tell us what to do? He know they can't get him no check without Congress. You ain't gonna get nothing. They have the purse. Congress got the bag when it comes to budgeting. You can't do nothing without the House. The Senate can't pass nothing until the House get in order. You can't do House business without a speaker. This is unprecedented. But if you want power, you will do some unprecedented things to get power. Okay? So when Democrats had the power, they ain't do too many stuff. They should have been passing reparations. They should have been passing things for Black America. They should have been giving them, all type of stuff. They should have just moved. They should have been moving very quickly. They didn't. And so now they don't have that type of leverage. So now they're at the mercy of the Republicans. This is chess. And Republicans the only way, and we knew it. Oh, they're gonna do against Biden. Oh, Biden, they're coming against Trump. Whatever. But Trump is extremely popular. And we have it. And now Trump, all of his old stuff, build a wall. Now Biden got to build a wall. So now Biden got to cater to the Republican base so he can get his budget passed. Because he know if I can't pass the budget, I won't win in 2024. And most federal workers that will get media attention is the Black ones. They already started. They interviewed one Black sister. She worked with the Library of Congress. I think she worked in the cafeteria. I think she said she worked in the cafeteria for 40 years. And she got out there and she cried. I don't understand. They got to pass this budget. I ain't going to be able to pay my rent. They ain't getting none. I ain't hardly see no white folks that work for them, but they got this Black woman. It's strategy because they trying to make Democrats look bad. So then they hurried up and they passed. The Republican tested out, but they only did a temporary budget. Temporary, meaning we got to go redo this back in 50 days. We got to do this back in 50 days. So this is so funny because I see it. So they gotta do it about 50 some odd days. They got to come back. Well, less than that, then they got to pass another budget. But now the Republicans, they pretending like they can't find no speaker. Yes, they can find one. They just playing the game. Okay? Because Trump could easily see. Let me tell you, once Republicans having a problem, they couldn't pick a speaker. So Trump finally called, "Hey man, y'all get in order, pick a speaker." So they finally pick a speaker. Trump can call right now and like hurry up and pick a speaker, but he ain't gonna do that because Democrat, they got all the multiple indictments, they indicting them multiple. Why would he help Biden? So what? Let it be chaos. Good, because it get the media attention off my behind, and it helps me with my argument that you're weaponizing the Department of Justice. You're weaponizing these black Biden-picked Democrats, Biden-picked judges to go against me and silence me so he go back to his base and these liberals that's in the suburban areas, because guess what? I forgot to tell y'all this. Now the city in the state of Illinois, they're trying to bus the migrants to suburban areas. So the Republicans like, if we keep all this chaos, we know that the city gonna be like, we need to bust them to other parts of the state. So now the state of Illinois, they got some special grants that these suburbs, other parts of the state can apply for. Now that's chaos, okay? Because Democrats got a lot of support. Trump lost a lot of support from the suburban voters. Suburban voters, they voted Democrat. That's how Biden got in. A lot of them suburban folks didn't like how Trump was doing with the pandemic. So now Republicans got to get them back to win. So they are banking on that if they bust them to the suburbs, they're not going to vote for Democrat. They're going to vote Republicans because they ain't effort with that. And the more and more Democrats try to bust them folks to suburban areas, they ain't gonna do no but sue, because it was a suburb in New York. They said, listen, if they come here, we will sue them. We are not a sanctuary city. We are not New York. We are not a sanctuary city. We will sue. We will get a court order that say they can't come here. So that's what they're banking on. And now Democrats are saying we need to send them to other parts of the state. Now some all the city council people said, why don't we just ship them? No, that was in New York. Ship them to to DC. So now they want Eric Adams, because he's so pissed because they keep shipping them there. They want Eric Adams to bust them people to DC, because then they're going to go to the media. Then that's another crisis, because DC mayor, she's a Democrat, but DC is where the Capitol is at, the Supreme Court, Biden, the White House. If you bust them all there, that's their strategy. So they're doing it with this thing. Then they're going to start busting them to DC. They already sent them right in front of Kamala Harris' house. They sent them right in front of the VP house. That was like the beginning stages. But you're going to see more of this, because that's a good, effective strategy, because it shows that Biden have failed at the border. And people do not want to vote for somebody if they see asylum seekers, these migrants, these illegals in their neighborhood. That's how they're going to sell it. And they're not going to vote for Biden because they're going to feel like he has failed at his job. All right. And it's a great strategy that Republicans are doing. It's a really a good strategy that is doing. A very good strategy that he's doing. And we're going to get more information of that. They said send them to the suburban areas of DC, in Manhattan, Orange County. Yes. And that's what eventually they're trying to do. And already they're filing orders. They're going to go to court. They're going to get a court order, because they sent them in some parts of New York City. I can't think of the part of New York City. And those residents got together and got a lawyer and sued the city and got a temporary restraining order, where the judge said they got to vacate the shelter. And so now the city of Chicago, those people, they saw what went in New York. So now they start filing lawsuits against the city on the behalf of some of the residents, how it's going to displace or disenfranchise some of the residents in those zip codes. So it's a good strategy. Republicans, I got to give y'all a big one. I mean, Democrats have strategies too. I mean, using Barack Obama, he's black. Oh, the first time. Oh, yeah. Oh, Trump is a racist. Oh, Republicans are so racist. They have used strategies too, but you can't get mad now that you in the seat of power and now the Republicans are using their power. I get it. I get it. I get it. But Republicans, they knew you was going to ship them to impoverished neighborhoods. But what they fail to realize, those impoverished neighborhoods, a lot of them voted Mayor Johnson in office. So one lady came up there and said, "You disrespect us. We voted you in." They was on the west side. "We voted you in office. And guess what, Mayor Johnson? You're a coward. And if you keep doing this, we will vote you out. Y'all work for us." The Republicans love it. And they just writing on their pads. Boom, 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 boom. They writing on their pads. It's good. It's good theater. It's good entertainment. I can't say something. I'm entertained. I'm entertained. I get it. It's a good strategy plan. I give it to the Republicans. Okay. So, and black people are rising up. They ain't effing with that. I mean, they're just total disrespect. They get money, apartments, and you want them in their neighborhood, and you want to put them tents in our neighborhood, them black folks say, F that. And it's packed. They can't believe it. It's hard to get black folks to come to events or political, like town hall. It used to be so empty, but now it's packed. So now the city, they're getting smaller, excuse me, they're getting smaller venues. So it'd be less people. And then they try to get their supporters in there and be like, "Oh, we ain't got no more room." Like, no, player. So they outside protesting. You're harming yourselves in 2024, Democrats. And yes, Mayor Johnson, I'm sorry, you've been left with you've been messed with some mess. But I will tell you this, Mayor Johnson, you got to cater to your black base because they voted you in. So either A, you're gonna be faithful to Biden, or B, you're gonna be faithful to your power, the one that voted you in. Now I get it, and the only reason why Mayor Johnson, I believe, in my humble opinion, that he got FEMA, to help assist those residents that was flooded. Most of them were on the west side, is because those residents, a lot of them were city workers, and they were complaining that they wasn't getting no assistance, and they demanded Mayor Johnson, because some city workers know how to work through the system and get help. They pretty much got up to Mayor Johnson, "Hey, player, we don't want to make no noise and make it bad for you in your first 100 days. So you need to make a phone call." So he called Bobby Rush, and all those folks, and they called the White House, and then the White House allowed some FEMA and made it, and FEMA were able to give some resources to those affected areas. So I mean, because them residents, they ain't playing. I'm glad you don't play, because these people can't be giving you all this assistance. You ain't getting nothing. That's all I got to say about that. Now, we're going to move on to the topic. I had to do like 48 minutes on it. Had to do 48 minutes of it, so I'm going to go ahead on with another topic on that. And then we'll let y'all call in and give y'all thoughts. Okay, so let's get into Nicki Minaj, and let's get into Cardi B. Okay, let's get into Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have been, they've been beefing, right? Cardi came out. Cardi went number one. Nicki, somewhat, people were saying that she kind of struggling at a time, and it felt like Nicki was about to be replaced by Cardi. So Nicki, she had a couple of L's. Nicki had her husband. She blah blah blah, and a lot of stuff was going on with Nicki Minaj, right? So finally, Nicki plan to destroy Cardi B career have officially happened. Cardi B announced she went on her station head and she was playing some new music. So Cardi B fans, they didn't like it. Cardi B decided to write a tweet, said she want to delete herself. She said put something, she want to delete herself. She want to commit deletion, right? She want to just off herself, because her fans turned against her and said the song that you got is garbage. All you doing all them features. We tired of Offset. We over it. We want some new music. You say you ain't doing no new music, doing it with your husband. We over this, right? And now Nicki Minaj had a strategy. She got a new album out, Pink Friday 2, and the Barty gang, they pissed. Like, F this, man. How in the world Nicki Minaj got a new album coming out, Cardi, and this her 5th album. How many albums she got? This is like her 4th, 5th album, and you came out in 2018, 19, and you ain't got no album. We want some new music. And Cardi getting mad and pissed, and it ain't working. Now, Nicki Minaj came out, Pink Friday 2. Then she trashed Offset. She posted an ugly picture of Michael Jackson because Offset said he wanted to be Michael Jackson. And one thing that Nicki is good at, she know how to troll. Then Kanye West thing come out, and nobody want to ask this question. Who leaked that? That's Nicki Minaj people did that. Nicki Minaj people did it. Because, you know, when you have producers and cameramans that record Kanye and all that type of stuff, because of Kanye not paying a lot of stuff and he didn't pay a lot of these people and people like that, one phone call, because Nicki is powerful, she got money and influence, hey, I buy all that footage. And it's just mysteriously just leaked. But the shit that leaked is only the stuff about Cardi that went viral. And then Nicki is just completely silent. But they never asked who leaked it. That's Nicki people that did that. They bought that stuff, leaked it, and we want to make sure we get the part because we know Kanye is manic. F that. But just get the piece where he said that Cardi don't write her rhymes. She's an industry plant and she's been used to replace Nicki. Play that part. We don't care nothing about him ain't taking his meds. That's Kanye West. That's going to help me as Nicki. And then I'm going to come out, Pink Friday, 2 bars. This some new stuff. This like my old stuff. She's playing the game. And Cardi B, she's a little stupid. I told you. I like Cardi B, but she's a little stupid. A little touch of slowness because she's emotional. And when you are an emotional person, let me play with your emotions. So I'm going to use Kanye words. You don't write. You trying to replace me. You're an industry plant. And we know you're going to try to dethrone that. So let me play some of my new stuff. So what Cardi B trying to do, she's trying to compete with Nicki. This is my new song. It's trash, right? It didn't hit right. And then what gets me with Cardi, she trying to copy what Nicki is doing to do a radio show, but I'm not going to do it and host it myself. I'm going to let my fans do it, but I'm going to call in the Barty Gang radio show, and they turn against her. One thing about Nicki Minaj, because she has something that Cardi doesn't have, she have a longer fan base. Like, a lot of them girls been following her since they was in high school, whatever. So her fan base is way longer and more consistent. Cardi still got like a brand new type of fan base, and she haven't fed them enough albums, right? So with Cardi, she too busy watching Nicki. Instead of Cardi B, listen to what I said. I told her this. I said, you need a new album. You can't keep talking about you replacing Nicki with just one album. And then you saying out your mouth, I'm so nervous to release a new album. It's not that I'm nervous. I'm just too critical. I'm just too critical of myself. And then she said, I just can't do a new album because my babies and my kids. And I love my babies. See, y'all don't understand. I love them so much. Hold on, y'all. I got to go boo-boo. Hold on. I got to go boo-boo. She on the toilet, flushing the toilet. Then you see her go to Paris, taking pictures. Like you lying to your fans. You ain't telling your fans the truth. You ain't telling them the truth. Then another thing that Nicki did, she used Tasha K to beef with Cardi. Cardi sued because she knew that Nicki did it, but I can't say Nicki did it without no proof. I'm going to go out to Tasha K. But now Tasha K have hide her resources, and that's another L for Cardi. Yes, Cardi won, but now it's an L because now Tasha K on October 20th about to speak in front of all her winos, and it's sold out because Cardi helped Tasha a little bit, a whole lot. Embezzle! You going to jail! You going to jail! Instead of her in the studio putting out an album, she arguing with Tasha. You're going to jail. And you know what Tasha K did? Because she working with Nicki. She put out a song. Embezzle, you going to jail. Embezzle, you going to jail. Drop a wine glass. Embezzle, she doing up in the whole song. Then Tasha K going to all these interviews. Then Cardi B stopped the Joe Budden interview. Then it's like, then Cardi B, okay, I got to go back and focus on my album. Baby, and you coming out with whack music. Don't get me wrong. Nicki Minaj, her new stuff is dope. It's dope. Yes, Nicki went into her rages of being mean and nasty, I believe, but one thing you can't not deny about Nicki alone, like she makes great music and she have more music than Cardi. Cardi, major mistake is that she waited too long beefing with Tasha. All that time should have been new albums. Who cares? She said you had some bumps. Okay, screw that. But you sued her, got in a bed with her, and no music. No music, no albums. When it was just pretty much Cardi, Nicki, that's it. It was a window. You know, it was a window of not so many. Like you dominated. Now you got Sexy Red, talking about I got gonorrhea lips, makeup. Now you got Doja Cat. Now you got about to take another flight. She flopping, her daddy doing crack. Now you got all these other women that's out here. What you talking about? And the women hit about. It's what you kidding about. You got Glorilla, look, you know, she got her out. And the women saying what you gonna do. And she out. She out there. It's too many women that's out there and that is looking for Cardi and she on station head and literally saying, this my new song. And the people, and what Cardi do? F it. I just want to delete myself. And not that, like, girl, sit your stupid behind down. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't give a darn about your health and all that type of stuff. What your fans care about is music. You don't feed them, they're going to go to the highest bidder. They over there with Sexy Red. They over there with her. Ski. We just see you in the club. Ski. They over there with Ski Wee. Ski. They over there with her. You losing your whole fan base worrying about Tasha and Embezzle. That was stupid. And you worried about your husband. You got to be able to do music. Now, until you release a new album, I'm saying at the Wildest Show, I'm temporarily removing your queen status. As of right now, you have temporarily been stripped of your title. And I'm going to install that title temporary to Nicki Minaj. I'm temporarily going to strip you of your title. And we're going to usher you into a mental health treatment center, okay? All right? Until you do mental health treatment center, until you release an album, it must go #1, selling 200,000 copies, and then we will reinstate you. Temporary, as of right now, Nicki Minaj, you may stand. We are now installing you as the queen of hip-hop. We're going to temporary. But listen to me, Nicki. Look at me. I'm giving you this title, and we're going to revisit it when your album, if it flop, we will remove you and strip you of your queen title. So that album must go #1. It must sell 175,000 copies in the first week, and it must be on the Billboard 200 charts for a minimum of 3 weeks. If you can do that, we will continue to have you as that. Okay, Nicki, please, beta, please escort this woman to the mental health treatment center, and I'm done with that. Okay, now we have to temporarily do that because temporary she ain't up. Because anytime she say she want to do all that, she needs to be removed because she's sitting on some ground somewhere. Put in a treatment center. Now, here's the fact: when it comes to it's a great Glorilla, you're not the queen. You need to sit down. Like, girl, sit down. Because I see you trying to come for Casanat and you blocked him because he said your music trash. It is trash. I don't know what the F you sound. You sound like a dog in heat. All right. I like that voice. It's kind of irritating because it sounds like you a dog in heat. Sit down somewhere. Okay. We gonna usher you, take you to the animal shelter so you can be with your people. And so you can go and be with your people. Because, okay. I'm tired of it. Anyway, now, so I just have to say that I'm temporary on this day giving Nicki Minaj the title of Queen of Hip Hop. Onika. Oh, hell, the Queen. Nicki Minaj. So that is what we're saying. Now we're going to open up the phone lines at this very moment. So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get the phone lines open up. We can get the phone lines open up. I want to say bear with us. We're going to get the phone lines open up here. Okay. All right. (972) 674-9462. That is the number. Anybody want to call in? That is the number at Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wally, good morning. I was like, oh my God, is Wally co-host sitting next to him with something pointing because you gave Onika the queen temporarily?
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's a good, I'm with you on that. Like, because Cardi, she's not putting out the work. She's not hungry. I think they fed her too soon and they overfed her. Because if she was hungry, if she was starving, she would be in the studio 24/7, having hits after hits. I mean, call a spade a spade. She's not doing it, mama. Onika's doing it. The queen, Nicki Minaj. And I stand with the queen, Nicki. Nicki, show Wally some love. Show the Wally show some love. He finally came over to the winning team.
Well, temporarily so. Because I believe temporarily so that Nicki is winning. Temporarily so. Because I mean, there is no excuse why Cardi can't have out a new album. And she's not doing a concert. She's not going on a tour. I gave her a pass when she's supposed to go on tour. Remember the other guy she was doing songs with? What was his name? The one, oh my gosh, what is his name? The one that did the song Leave the Door Open. He did a couple of songs, and he's on the same label as her. They were supposed to go on tour during that time a couple of years back. They did about
6ix9ine?
not 6ix9ine. They did he's a singer. They did a couple of songs. I think they did 2 songs together. And
Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno Mars. And she said, I can't go on tour because I'm pregnant. Okay, gave her a pass. And then she got pregnant again. Okay, we'll give her another pass.
Oh, yeah, it was just excuses after excuses after excuses.
And then now, Nicki Minaj, of course, she felt the pressure. She got a baby. She got a husband. Okay, she went on hiatus. Okay.
But she's working.
And so then now, okay, Nicki Minaj said, hey, I got an album out. Now, everybody know this. We want to see who is going to outsell whom. Everybody is putting that out there. Everybody is knowing, like, no, and then also, unless they have changed, there is no female rapper, you can, if somebody correct me, that went number 1 on the Billboard 200s this year. Haven't been a female rapper that went number 1 with their album. I'm talking about their album. I don't think Doja Cat went number 1. I believe she was like 2 or 3 or something. She didn't go number 1. Her album didn't go number 1. I know the girl about to catch another Coi Leray, she didn't go number 1. So I'm talking about an album. I'm talking about an album. I'm talking about an album. No female rapper went number one this year.
Yeah.
So now,
I agree.
if Nicki does that, okay, now the pressure, the focus is going to be right back on Cardi. Okay, girl, what you going to do? Okay, I'm talking about
Exactly.
album, and then what you gonna do? So now, no, Megan album didn't go number one. I know this. So now, and then Megan got her problems. Lotto album didn't go number one, got her problems. Lotto had a moment, she went number one. The K-pop, she went number one. But then you trying to go back into hip hop. I don't think she ushered that movement enough. She didn't usher it enough. She should have went to Korea or out there. South Korea, is it South Korea or South Korea? Because North Korea, that's the one with King Jong.
Exactly.
So she should have went there and
Because they
tour more.
faithful.
She should have went out and tour more to really build up that fan base. But technically, they're not gonna support her. They're gonna support the song because that's their own people. I don't think they didn't follow Lotto to do that. Now she up there rapping about food with Uber Eats and stuff. Like she doing a rap song about Uber Eats, the UK version of Uber Eats.
What a fool.
With Christina Aguilera. So, but now Nicki to focus on these two, right? So Nicki got her album gonna come out. It remains to be seen how much she's gonna sell. But Cardi, in the news, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, she said, "Hey, I want to delete myself because
but can I interrupt
I didn't
for
like
a
the
second?
song." Go ahead.
Being that you said that, and it's Cardi B, why is this not getting major attention? Why someone didn't
because she's not as big as Nicki. Because
put her in the hospital get mental evaluation. Like this is something serious.
Absolutely, they don't care. They don't care.
She has fans that probably feel the same way. And what if they do and blame Cardi B because she said this?
Where they don't care.
So she's condoning this. This is crazy to me. Where is the outrage? Because if Nicki Minaj said that, it would have been another story.
It would have been it actually would have been a major story with higher engagements. But number one, they don't care nothing about what Cardi B is saying because Cardi B have always been talking like that. Saying I'm tired of this. I'm tired of social media. I'm tired of this.
Can I ask one? Can I be messy real quick?
But they didn't even care when she cried about Nicki
Cardi,
Minaj.
because I know you're in the bushes. Hey, Cardi, so if you off yourself, then Tasha K don't have to pay you anymore.
No. Well, actually, she had to pay Cardi B estate.
She do?
Yeah, she still had to pay the estate. She have a judgment, so whoever's in charge of her estate.
I thought Tasha K would have had a one up.
No,
did it.
They could still demand that payment because it's a court order. Her state will demand it.
Okay.
So that won't be.
But you have to call it to be messy.
But I don't think she would do it. I just think she's doing it for some type.
Yeah, but that's nothing to play around.
It's nothing to play around for people that actually do is that way. She don't have to play around that way. Because my thing is this: just do an album, and it would have sold. It
punish her more. Her label should punish her more. They're already punishing her, but they need to punish her more.
I mean, what more could they do? They like, we still own you. You still got we just gonna focus on other people. Lizzo, they focus on her, build her up. They got other people on the roster, but she can't leave the label. They still own her. Like they still keep her on the label because number one, she still is a golden goose because when she get on singles, it still sell with other people, and she do fund a lot of her, like she fund her videos. So a lot of times if the label won't do it, she will do it. You know what I mean? So I get that. So they're not gonna drop her because she's still relevant. She still can sell. It's just that I don't think Cardi B wants to do the work that comes with putting an album out because they're going to require her to do a tour. Like I think she's accustomed to doing the brand deal. Like she really good with the brand deals because it's simple. You can stay at home.
So she should have stayed an internet girl.
Yes, because but being an internet girl, she got more fame because of the music. It took off. Accidentally, it just poof, it just took off for her.
But that's what I said when I first called them. They fed her. They overfed her. They fed her too much. She was already full, and they kept feeding her.
And it happened. And her album was great.
Now what?
Right, but that's not disregard her album. Her debut album was bops. We just tired of the album because you just can't. You're not Lauryn Hill. See, Lauryn Hill, she can travel for decades off that one album because it was iconic. And then,
Shout out to Lauren.
yeah, it was iconic. And she's still late. She was like 6 hours late for a concert. But when it
I
comes
heard.
when it comes to Nicki and when it comes to Cardi, Cardi is out here like she pretty much was labeled as the new queen of hip hop. And so now when Nicki is coming out with a new album, Cardi B have proven, and she haven't had a number one hit yet. This year, I'm talking about this year. And so Cardi have been struggling a little bit to find her groove. And Bongos, of course, no matter how good the song was, it didn't go number one. And she used Megan, and I believe that the song probably would have went number one if she would have listened to her label and put the Mexican that's on there. What is that Mexican? Bunny, the bunny guy. Oh my gosh. He's
Well, I do not follow these people. I apologize.
He's Mexican and he's huge.
Oh,
And he's something bunny because he goes to WWE, but he's like really, really popular with Bad
put in the
Bunny.
chat,
He's
Bad Bunny.
yeah, he's really popular with the Mexican people. They should have
They say he's not Mexican.
well, he speaks Spanish. Okay, he's Spanish speaking. Okay, because you know these Mexican people. Oh, he's not. He speaks Spanish. Okay, we say that. So she should have put him on the record. It would have.
Yeah.
It would have went number one. Cardi.
She thought she was going to get with Megan because of sport.
Right. She put Megan on, and it just didn't. Even though Megan did great, but she should have listened to her label because they said put somebody Latino on the record, put a Latin artist on the record.
And you know what? I still have not heard that record, and I put my hand on the Bible, and there's no shade.
It was great. It was a great record. I just think that it would have been much further on the charts if it was the Latin record or a Latin person was on there, and it could have been Bad Bunny. It would have went number one. It would have went number one because he worked with her before, and them songs are still doing great in the Latin community because she talked about how successful those records was. She should have put them back on the record because that I can hear, even though Megan did good, but it would have been much further if Bad Bunny was on the record. That's just my.
Well, I'm gonna jump back in the bushes, but I do want to say this: whatever you put on the internet will always be on the internet. What her kids going to say when they see her stupid self?
I think honestly, I think that probably they won't even care because she probably say a lot of that stuff behind the scenes.
Behind the scene, right on the back end.
She probably said that and complain about the struggles of it because number one, she need to follow Megan's footsteps, and Megan said something so clearly. She said, "I let other people handle my social media because they dragging Megan Thee Stallion, like they dragging her. Even I can understand her mentally going through it because she got real issues. Number one, they didn't believe her about what happened. She lost her mom, lost her grandmother,
and still
don't have no family support. They still don't believe her. Now
still don't,
and then now you got what's name talking about. So I can understand her mental health. But one thing I can say about Megan, that she said, okay, I'm done with social. I don't look at what social media. Let my team handle which Cardi should follow, and let me focus on my weight. Now she look good. Look how healthy from the outside in. She looks really damn good because she's not too busy trying to argue with the trolls. Megan did that, and it ended up bad for Megan. So now Megan, let the professionals handle it. Now
you mean Cardi B?
I'm talking about Megan did that. Remember Megan was answering to the trolls? Yeah. He shot me. Yeah. Like, remember how she was going back and forth? That was a major mistake because anybody on your team, your PR, your publicist, your crisis, it would say never respond. It will blow over. Once you respond, it sticks a little longer. So she now listening to the experts. Let us handle your social media. Let us control and you just focus on your health. And she looks good. With Cardi, she's too busy responding to the internet, and she gets mad when internet turn to you. The internet is not your friend. The internet will love you today, and that same day, they will hate you. Because you got to know that about the internet. You got to know that about your support. Me as a YouTuber, you'll be Team Wilder today, Team this. You got to understand how the internet rolls. and you can't
And
be.
then come on back. And
You
then
gotta come
come
back.
on back.
You gotta come on back.
Wallace.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta come on back because I know it's fickle. You're gonna like what it is tomorrow. You'll love you. You can't be focused with the no. You gotta keep focused on the talent. Keep focused on the game. It's a lot of things that's happening to me behind the scenes, but I don't discuss it because if you discuss, you give it energy, you give it noise, you give it legs. No, let's focus on the content. They don't need to know. And then when I want them to know, I tell them. But don't keep focused on the news and get distracted from the content because we follow you for the content. If you keep getting distracted by outside activities, it messes you up to gain momentum. And the difference between Cardi and myself, I never had that type of momentum she had. She had momentum people only dream of getting. She went number one. She got a husband that's successful with the Migos. He got some swag. He bringing in some swag. She got multiple deals. She got the whip shocks that's worth all of this coin. She had all of that. So people don't do it. And also people forget that Cardi was offered a movie to play in an assisted living facility. And she called them and said that she can't do it. She pulled out.
Was this around the time?
This was doing like the Tasha K. This was out there. She already got a settlement and everything. I mean, she already got an order. And so they offered her a movie. And Cardi said no, she didn't want to do it. She pulled out.
I wonder why.
So my thing is that you're pulling out of the Hollywood stuff and like what is going on? And if you are going through mentally, because it probably really effed her up what Tasha K was saying about her, then you go get a psychiatrist. It is messed up. I get it. When you live and breathe on social media, you don't like it when people
girl, if it's not true, it's not true.
Right. But what Tasha K did to Cardi is she kept calling her real people. And Tasha did that. And I think that it affected Cardi so much that she's still not over that. Because if she was over it, she won't respond to Tasha. She keep responding to Tasha because she's not over it. She was embarrassed, and that's still following her around. They call her multiple faces on your lips. It bothers her because she live and breathe on the internet. That strategy worked with Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki used Tasha K, but Nicki silently, secretly. Let me show an example what Nicki Minaj did to Tasha. You see how I'm bagging back from the chair? I'm getting far away from it, but I'm gonna keep following you. But my hands. I'm not talking to you on the phone no more. Now, mind you, you remember when Tasha K said, I'm on the phone with Nicki, blah, blah. She ain't been on the
phone. And she wanted me to sign it.
Because she wanted her to sign an NDA because Nicki started sharing some stuff like, oh. But now she ain't on the phone. I don't need you anymore. You did your job. Now, I ain't going to help you pay that $4 million, player. You got to go do that. But you did your job because Nicki know that Tasha is a social media person and she's still gonna follow the okie doke. But now Nicki Minaj got her hands off of it, and now Cardi B to this day still says she want to offer her because she said that back in court when she cried. She said she wants to offer herself. She said that in open court.
But she's supposed to be a gangster,
and then she can't be she not no gangster. She just she was just a stripper that hung around thugs. She ain't no true gangster. Now Lil' Kim was truly gangster because she did
the time.
She took the time. That's a true street woman. Like she
did her bid.
She did her bid. Nicki ain't no gangster. I'm sorry, Cardi ain't no gangster. Nicki ain't no gangster either. But what Nicki does, she does gangster stuff. She know how to play her opponent. Now that's gangster.
Okay.
That's still gangster. Well, technically she is gangster because she used Tasha K to get at Cardi. She used Armand Wiggins to get at Cardi. Look at the people that
gangster.
She used Jason Lee to get at Cardi. She used all the gangster moves she did. She turned all her allies. She turned them.
OG Nicki.
She did that. Remember when the Jason Lee stuff came out with the knot? All that with the knot on, all that stuff. Look how she played Armand Wiggins. She played him for a fickle because one mistake, she know once you're a gay guy, you got to tell the world you're a clout chaser. So I know you love me and you flip-flopping. So I'm going to play you. Then Nicki Minaj started posting Armand a little bit. Let me post him a little bit. He went crazy. And what did Cardi B do? She went to Jason. Okay, hey, Jason. What's up, y'all? This is Jason Lee, the Jason Lee Experience. This is my friend, Cardi. I'm going to mess that up, too. Then what Jason Lee, he brought T.S. Madison on there. She trying to play, and what Jay? Because we know you want me on your show because I was on Joe Budden. I bring the numbers. So what did Jason? T.S. Madison, can you talk to Nicki to bring her? I was like, Nicki, I apologize, blah, 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 blah. Because Jason, like, already got you, Cardi. You kind of old news. I want Nicki now. So what did Jason do? Oh, yeah, because Riley, we were
put that knot on her head.
Knot on her forehead. Yeah, she told me. Wait, what are you saying? This DJ, what are you saying? That Nicki, yeah. And then all the people turned against Cardi B because Nicki has something that Cardi don't have. Nicki got longevity, decades of data, and these people have been following her since they were in high school and since Jason Lee was in his, early 30s when he was out there lying.
When he was bigger.
So she can play with that. She can play. She know her opponents very well. You ain't been on top for these many decades, almost 2 decades, and don't know your opponent. And it's so sad because then Cardi said, she said, the bloggers don't really F with me. They don't. They really, really don't. Because, and then kind of like Cardi B kind of messed up with Caillou because she got Caillou fired from the neighborhood talk. She did. So, you know what I'm saying? She got that man fired. So you need.
But does she got Angie in her pocket, or is it iffy with that?
I think the Shade Room, they's like, F that. We don't need none of y'all because we so big, we don't need you. We'll make new stars. So now the Shade Room, they put on their big girl panties. We don't need you guys. If we against you, if you don't want to follow us, so what? We'll just make a new star. We got data. We got infrastructure. We're powerful. We're a powerful media company. You won't do it. We'll bring this up. What you gonna do? We'll bring Sexy Red. We'll make a new star. You can be replaced.
Exactly.
So this ain't the beginning stages of the Shade Room. Like, the reason why I believe the Shade Room catered to Nicki, once again, Nicki have a more long-term thing. She have a lot more juice, and Nicki Minaj have a lot more juice. But at this day, the Shade Room still can put Sexy Red up. They can put anybody up. They're a big conglomerate. But that's also, let's not get it twisted. Cardi B have to understand that she still got some cards that she can play. She just got to play those cards. She haven't played some cards. I'm not going to tell you the cards that she could play and give her no help until she called me and come on the show. And I tell her, she do got a couple of cards that she can play. But she haven't played those cards yet. She got a couple of cards that she can play. She haven't played it yet.
And you know what? And if Cardi come on your show, I would probably start listening to her.
I think what Cardi needs, though, it's not more so necessarily like but if you come on the show, what Cardi B needs, I'm gonna tell you what the card that she do need. And if she do this, it is a risk, but this is what Cardi should do. She said she have an album out, correct? Remember she said she had an album, she got multiple tracks. Remember when Beyonce released her album? It was a surprise album. She just released it. Remember that? Remember she just released it on Friday?
Yep.
What if Cardi B just released a surprise album? Just surprise, just drop it. I think that's a card she should need to play. Because let me tell you, if she do that, number one, the Barb's gonna be pissed. She only did the blah, blah, blah. All this media attention. And when she do it, she got to go all in. And I know she's not Beyonce. I didn't say she was, but she sure damn can do that strategy and do a sneak attack. I would just drop the album. And I will put these bloggers on NDAs and I will go on some of these shows, some of these people's shows. I would give everybody interviews. If I were her, I would do that. I would do it. I will just drop it. If you got to record, why wait till next year? You don't need to wait till next year. You could do it now. Because again, there is no female rapper that went number one this year. If she do that to go number one, then Nicki got to do better than what Cardi B did.
Exactly.
So,
but
if they
she's gonna wait to after Nicki.
Yeah, I know she's gonna wait to after Nicki. I wouldn't wait to after Nicki. I would say screw that. I would just drop a surprise album.
But I think she's gonna wait after Nicki because she could go and edit.
Yeah, I get that, but I would drop a surprise album. I mean, Cardi B got the Latin community. She got some power things that she can do. But if the music, it got to be a good album, right? And it could be good because Cardi made good music. Like, let's not act like she ain't got the rights to make good music. Like, she got the
It's the
best.
beat. It's only the beat for me.
Huh?
It's only the beat for me.
For the beat for you, but I just think Cardi B need to go there. Like Cardi B kept saying, "So don't nobody want to know about my struggle." Yes, they do if you do it right. Yes, they do.
And put it on.
If you put it in a song and really go there, it can be done. But I would do a surprise album. I would do a surprise album because if you do that, they're going to stream the heck out of that album. Because number one, the media folks, this is when you use the media. Cardi dropped her album before Nicki Minaj. What is this? Is this a new wave of Cardi B? What do Nicki got to say? And blah, blah, blah. It's a war. And Cardi can benefit off that. I'm just telling you what it is. And you got, I mean, come on, girl. I would do it. Do that.
And if she do that, she owe you a check, and it's no shade.
If she do
Run
that,
Wally.
but I tell you, do a check. If she do that, that will send shockwaves to the industry because it ain't too many people in hip hop that drop surprise albums. I don't know if anybody in female hip hop have any of female artists in hip hop that do rap have dropped a surprise album.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm not
know of a
disagreeing
name.
on.
I know Beyonce changed the game when she dropped the surprise album. She did it on a Friday. So if I was her, instead of doing it on a Friday, what's the day?
Today's Thursday.
Exactly. Or Taco Tuesday. Drop it on Taco. Oh no, drop it on a Wednesday. Just drop it. If I was her, I would drop it. Why wait?
She want to hear what Nicki got.
I say why wait? Cause waiting stupid. Drop. You seen what happened? Okay, I ain't gonna go that far. I'm about to get political. But when you do stuff sneakily, I'm gonna say this without saying on name. When you do a sneak attack, it catch your opponent off guard. Watch the news, and you'll understand my point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how could this be? Oh, we weren't prepared. Oh. Everybody would be shocked because you weren't expecting it. It will prove like you ain't gonna expect when you do a sneak attack, when you least expect. Wait a minute. Like all that. Just watch the news. That's the art of war. Like you see it out there on the mid. Turn on your television. You got one.
She probably only be trending for 45 minutes.
Everybody was
That's
asleep.
about it.
Everybody was asleep.
She only be trending for 45 minutes.
I don't think so. Not necessarily. If she uses the media, you have a card to play. Play it. Unless you don't keep getting played. I would do that. Because you're gonna win. Because the shock factor of it all will just catch Nicki off guard, and it will catch the Barty gang off guard. They gonna rush and do it as well as the Barb because they gonna be nosy. A sneak attack. And this time when you do your sneak attack, F the whole speaking in cryptic code. You remember when Nicki came for Lil' Kim and she said, I know I hate to sell your album on PayPal. If you have ghostwriters, let's just say if you have it. I don't care if you do. You have writers ghosts. I don't care if it's Casper the Ghost. You get them writers to hit her hard about her husband. I'm talking about hard. You go there. Get her about her brother. Get her about all these other women. Just go.
But look at Remy Ma.
It ain't about, Remy is you can't compare. Yeah, Remy did that, but she ain't no Cardi. She ain't win number one. She been in prison. She took a bid for somebody. She's a masculine looking woman. You can't compare the two. I'm talking about this is totally different because Cardi have stuffed it in there. Yeah, I know you put a knot on my head, shit, but you got a husband. And I would get Jennifer Hugh. I would go there. This is war. I will get Jennifer Hugh in the video and make a song about assault and how you an ally of, baby, I will go, baby, when you at war, you want some attention, go there and go there hard. Then when it did, and this will help the fans, because then Nicki got to go rewrite. She got to respond to that. And guess who gonna win? And guess who gonna win? The fans, because we got some new stuff to talk about. Man, did you see what she said? Damn! She went that, said her name. Damn! Like that, you gotta shock the people. All that cryptic code stuff. No, you know it directly who you talking about. You remember when Kim wrote Black Friday and she went there? That song is still iconic because she went there. Of course, she kind of went lazy on. She ran out of money and bankruptcy and all that crap stuff. But
I'm gonna stream that today, Black Friday.
But Cardi B got the resource. I'm saying go there. Take the gloves off. F this. Take it off. And then that usher Nicki to take the gloves off. And guess what? I'm a fan because I'm a bad both. I'm a bad albums, entertain. My views gonna go up. And if she do that, guess what? They gonna come up. Well, Wiley said every blog. The Shade Room gonna be busy dissecting that. The neighborhood talk, ball alert, Jason Lee experience. Every urban black ball, TMZ. And then I would do a press conference with Jennifer Hugh. I would do a press conference. Yeah, I heard your story and I go there. I would use Jennifer. Because that's Nicki Minaj's weak spot. Because that's her weak spot. That's her weak spot. I would go hard for that. I would destroy it. I would use Jennifer. And Jennifer gonna do it because she needs some money. She broke. Get on there, give her a couple of thousands, and she'll do it. That would shock the world. That would shock. Because but she probably won't do it. She gotta, play it safe. And them Nicki fans, they gonna go in attack mode. Then they gonna demand Nicki to speak up. And yes, because I'm hearing rumors that Nicki got Lil' Kim, I'm hearing rumors that could be a rumor. Why don't you get a song with Lil' Kim? She still got some gasoline in the tank. Use that because that's still media. We're talking about media strategy, plus you're talking about people just stream it. I'm just saying, I would do it all. If she do that, put the gloves off, this will help. This will literally go back to when Kim and Nicki was beefing, but it will go back further because you got two mainstream, main media, what do they call it? They're both on labels, right? This will be good. And this will be so good. I'm just telling you, I will go there, go out I would say go there. And if she do that, I can guarantee you that's going to be a very heavily streamed album if she play her cards right. If we play her cards right. It ain't about like the husband cheat, but the difference about cheating trumps being an R word. Like being an R word trumps cheating. Being an R word trumps cheating. Being on the SO list trump all that. Focus on that. And then I would go to CNN, MSNBC, go there. They need some drama. They love black drama. They love it. Man, I would go there, did all that, and I will cater towards that base of people that was assaulted. I will cater towards that base. You want to win, right? Then use it. That's how you win. What? Then everybody will be dissecting Cardi B verses. They'll be dissecting it. They'll be like, oh my gosh, the radio. Can we imagine what they're going to say on the radio stations? On the Breakfast Club, Hot 97. Oh, my Angie Martinez, every radio, DD in the morning. They're gonna theme for that because people in hip hop, you never really seen this type of beef in music. Like you saying the names. Like I'm talking about Ice Cube when he did No Vaseline. Like you need that moment. Like the reason why these people ain't selling, because people ain't it's not good storytelling. It ain't nothing to make me rush to the store. But when you do something to make me rush to go buy it, you got to do something to make me want it. And that's, if you do that, that'll make me want it. But everybody want to see what she got to say. Her Instagram thing gonna go up. Stream, everything gonna be up. Everything is going to be up because it's dry. Let's be clear, it is dry in hip hop. Do you agree with that? Ain't it's kind of dry in hip hop on their 50th anniversary?
Yeah, it's a little dry.
Ain't a little, it's a whole lot of dry. Because people tie all that cryptic messaging. It's time to go there, and Cardi B needs to go there. But it got to be a sneak attack. Don't prepare. Don't do all that prepared. I just whoosh. You know, you got to do it. And if she do that, I can tell you the truth that
Well, you should call up her label.
I'm saying that because she a social media girl. She ain't at the label in the office. She in there in her house watching the Wiley show because ain't nobody talking about Nicki and Cardi right now because I googled it.
Hey girl,
they watch.
Hey.
So one thing I know about me, I Google stuff before I talk about it. And this I said, man, is anybody talking about it? I said, ain't nobody talking about it. I'm gonna talk about it first because I know she got to watch it because I know these fans how they send me stuff when I'm being talked about. So I know they didn't already send that to Nicki Minaj. So and Cardi. They sent this to her too, because again, she feels some type of way. She embarrassed, but she's still on that phone with them big old fingernails. She's still on that phone. Still there. I said she do that. That'd be great. But until the end, she have, like I said, she temporarily been stripped of her.
You spoke that temporarily.
It's temporary, and we haven't stated Nicki Minaj as being that. And I know I'm right. I just think that it's a sneaker, like just like in Chicago, they weren't prepared for all the migrants. And look what they dealing with. So I just think like if you do that sneak attack, it will work. I just think that Nicki. Yeah. I just think that I think it's great. And then also it's good for the fans though, because like we need that. That will make you want to buy it.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's how politicians, they do it all the time. They do stuff sneakily. Like it's up. They said it seemed like Nicki would have reached back more to the Caribbean artists back in the day. I ain't talking about that, but I will tell you this, man, I will be entertained. Guess what? You would buy it, you would stream, because majority of us in here, no shade, got somewhere where you can stream some music, including YouTube.
Yeah.
So that them streamings will go up because we know people ain't buying CDs like that, but they do stream. And they judge it by the streams now. But this got 800 million streams. If she do this, this is her moment. This is her moment. This is what I'm going to tell you this. I mean, if she do that, I'm telling you, Icon New York, you'll be right there. Did you hear that? My phone will be bing, bing. How do you say it first? I'm going to pull out a short and everything. And I'm saying it this day. Okay? Now, I know.
Yep.
You did that, but thank you so very, Icon, for calling in. But that's because Cardi need a win, and I would just drop my album because she's ready. She just see if it's good enough. Don't wait to Nicki because Nicki doing hers in November. And remind you, she was supposed to do her album in October. She pushed it to November. Right? She pushed it to November. Yeah, because she's supposed to do it in October. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
What? Oh, wait, Nicki.
Hello? Can you? Did you put
me on? Can you hear me, Wiley?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
What's your smoke with Nicki, and why you joining the winning team temporarily?
You said why? What's my smoke? What do you mean?
What's your smoke with Nicki? Like, why you hate on her so bad? Like, I peep, like, you've been showing her love, but, like, what's your smoke with her? Like, what's the problem?
Oh, you asked me what's the problem with Nicki Minaj. Well, number one, my problem was she really didn't have a new album out. She pushed it to November.
She's about to drop an album, though. And Cardi hasn't dropped the album since when?
But you asked me about what's my smoke about Nicki, so I'm giving you my smoke.
Okay.
Okay. And then also, she haven't went on a world tour yet. Not this year. It's been a long time. She went on a world tour selling tickets. And then she married a husband that violated a young woman that he was convicted.
Okay.
He's on the SO, and also she helped pay. Her mom paid for her brother to get legal representation when he violated a child. So I just I don't F with that from her. So that's pretty much.
Okay. So what about Cardi B drugging men?
Okay. What about Cardi B in that? Number one, Cardi have not been convicted of that. Number two, Cardi B.
Has Nicki been convicted of her brother and her husband? Not justifying it.
No.
It is wrong.
I'm so wrong. You're so right about that. No, but she married into it.
She did, but I'm just saying, like, besides that, I feel like we're talking about the music.
I understand that if you married, I'm so sorry. If you're married a convicted when an ankle breaks us on SO list, and all of that. That's a part of your identity because you married into it.
Okay, I'm not justifying his acts of what he did when he
Okay.
was younger because a crime is a crime. But do you believe that offenders can change?
No,
Like, if you don't, so you think he's capable of doing this today?
1000%.
So was it not true that he committed this crime when he was younger, like in his teens? They were both in their teens, but like he still like did what he did. I thought that was the story. Was that not true?
No, they both were teenagers, correct? But she's still dealing with
Right.
trauma today. So it's kind of hard asking a victim to say, okay, your R word changed. Most victims I've talked to, they said no, they cannot change. Once
I just feel like, yes, it's wrong, but like the human brain isn't even developed until like you in your 20s. So I feel like in that scenario, maybe he's changed.
I don't
And
believe so. No, I don't believe
I
I don't
just
believe that at all. They have
so
changed.
what about things that you've done whenever you were a teenager?
He
You don't
was
think that
convicted.
you would do the same
No,
thing today?
listen, if you commit a crime, it's not like he stole candy out of a candy jar. You're talking about a federal offense that he was convicted of, and you have to register, and he failed to register in California because I'm assuming he thought just because I married Nicki, I'm not in New York, I don't have to re-register, and he got in trouble for that. So that is a representation of Nicki because out of all the men she could have married, she married a man knowing his past. So she got to take that L as well because if that was anybody else marrying something like that, that is a part of your identity. I will tell you a person's character or who they marry.
I just feel like
That's a part
it
of your
happened.
character.
I'm not justifying it because the wrong is wrong, but I just feel like he was a teenager and they were both
Yeah,
teenagers at the
I
time. The
understand that.
action that he
But if
did
you
was
had,
still wrong,
it's
but
like somebody had violated my sister and they were a teenager, and it still F
okay.
them, he need to be in the grave. So I don't
Okay, so
oh,
spouses aside, why do you
he was
still
a
side
teenager.
with Cardi the
He could
majority of the time?
change. His brain ain't fully developed. F that. I ain't trying to hear that crap. No, it's F you. And if I see you, it's gonna be some trouble, trouble, trouble.
Okay,
Because
okay. So
I
spouses
can't
aside, Wiley,
even with Cardi
Wiley,
B,
spouses aside,
Cardi B wasn't convicted. See, that only worked if Cardi B was convicted of that. What they said was a man and many other people probably had came out and say, well, this is what she did. She haven't been charged. Last time I checked, if you do something and put something in somebody's drink and you robbed and all of that, there is still, I don't believe in New York, unless it happened in New York.
somebody said
A
Cardi a
statute,
rapist and Philly a rapist.
a statute of limitation. I believe she could still be charged or even sued to do that. Where's her lawsuit? Bill Cosby is still being sued for things he did back in the 70s. And you mean to tell me that Cardi B did these things and nobody sued Cardi?
And I feel like
She haven't been.
it's a double standard between men and women. If a man was going around doing this, if Cardi B was a man and she was going around drugging women and raping them for money, it would be a whole thing. But I feel like it's a double standard between men and women, though. If
Well, I
Cardi B was a
don't.
man,
What I'm not
she
understanding
would not have the career she would have today.
if she did these things because to any victim, why haven't they sued her yet? And that will help us to say, okay, she been convicted. But as a doubt, if it is,
These
Nicki
because
Minaj,
these are probably
husband.
men that are married and have wives and children that they don't want nobody to
I
know.
hear your
That's
point.
probably why they're
But
saying forward.
Nicki Minaj's husband though have been convicted. There is paperwork. There's no paperwork about what Cardi.
There are plenty of rapists and pedophiles around the world
I
that have not
understand
been
that, but we
convicted,
ain't talking
but
about
that
the
still means
plenty.
they did it.
We're talking about Nicki Minaj. He's been convicted, so she got to take that L.
Exactly.
So
Cardi B hasn't been convicted though.
right. Cardi B haven't been convicted. She haven't been charged. Like where's her being just charged? I just want her to have she been charged. She haven't been charged for it. But with Nicki Minaj have to deal with, and she knows she's taking an L for that. She kind of feel a little bad that she did it
She knows. She knows. She does.
and then also what made Nicki Minaj become an accessory to like this because she came
An
out
accessory is
and
crazy.
said that well, they were dating. I don't think Nicki Minaj should have said that because it seemed to me like you're still taking up for your husband about what he did and putting it out there. oh, they were just dating. I don't believe that was right, because then all of that go back to the victim, and then that she came out of the grave, or where she came out somewhere, and now that give us a no, we was not dating. He did this to me, and now Megan the reporter and all these reporters now they're getting the court documentation, and it's proven that this man have did this thing, because he is convicted. By the way, he's on the SO. He have to register. So now she have to understand that this is going on, and he's on house arrest because he violated his parole, or by being around other people that's on parole. You don't supposed to do that. So that's like
Wiley, you know what I believe? I believe that
that's why
celebrity status aside, these women, they're both human beings, and all human beings, they have their faults. So whether Nicki married a rapist, Cardi B was out here raping men. Yes, raping men. She drugged them. Yes, they may have consented to sex.
But my
They
thing
did
is,
not
but
get
Nicki
consented
Minaj's
to be
husband though,
drugged
it's kind
and
of
their
bad.
money stolen.
But my thing is this: when it comes to Nicki Minaj's husband though, he still is dealing in an open like situation. Like, this woman have not went anywhere. Like, she's been traumatized. She came out on record. She have sued multiple times and doing all this. They have done a hashtag surviving the petties and all of that. Then Nicki Minaj sued a YouTuber, Nosy Ho, because Nosy put out that Nicki was on drugs. And then Nicki Minaj came out and said, I'm not on drugs. But wait a minute. But didn't you say you do something pills and portions? Is that not some type of amendment to something?
Oh
Yeah,
my God, Wiley.
but
That's the
no,
thing that feels uncomfortable.
but Nicki Minaj came out and said, "Hey, I ain't on this." She sued, whatever. But Cardi B did the same thing and said some things and all this in her music, and then now Tasha K is liable for all the lies that she said about Cardi. If it was true that Cardi B is all these things, why haven't Tasha K won that civil lawsuit? Because Cardi B should have won. Cardi B should have lost it, and Tasha K should have won if this was true.
That's because Tasha K was just straight up lying, though.
So,
like, come on, Tasha K was lying, Wiley. You know
lying
Tasha
about
K was
what
lying.
though? Because she said a whole lot. What was she lying about?
She lied about Cardi having an STD and some other stuff, but I just remember the STD part.
What was the other stuff? Because she said that she was on drugs. She said that she was drugging and raping. She said all these things.
Okay, but we wasn't talking about drugs. I thought we were talking about the
No,
film.
I'm talking about. She said because Tasha K said a whole lot of things that was a whole lot of lies.
But it's proven that she lied, though. Tasha K is a liar. That's been proven.
So why are you repeating the lie?
Repeating what lie? About her drugging.
You said all these things.
Cardi B said that out her mouth. Cardi B said that out of her mouth, though, that she used to drug men and steal their money.
But and also, have she been convicted of that? Yes or no?
She has not. But
has she been charged?
Wait, even if she hasn't been convicted,
I'm just asking you a question.
She still did it.
Has she been charged?
No, Wiley, okay. She has not been charged. But she admitted it herself.
Right. I'm just saying about that.
She still did it.
But when it comes, but okay, you're saying that. So why are you not saying the same thing about Kenneth Petty? Why are you making excuses about what he did?
I'm not making excuses. I literally
you just said they were both teenagers.
It just doesn't justify it. I said it doesn't justify it.
Teenager. What about his brain wasn't fully developed? You made a whole list of excuses.
Absolutely. I didn't. Those are not excuses though, because throughout me saying all of that, I said that doesn't excuse his behavior. His behavior, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Do you think Nicki Minaj should have married somebody like that? Do you think Nicki Minaj should marry somebody like that? Though, honestly, do you think she should have?
I feel like she could have did better. I definitely feel like she could have did better.
Yeah, because this won't be an argument if she didn't marry him. I ain't mad if she want to screw him. But when you married him, if she's really married, because we don't know, we haven't seen a marriage license. Okay.
Oh, really?
Because in the state of California, they don't have to make their marriage license public. She just said they was. So let's be technical on this. We haven't seen no marriage license because in the state of California, this one state, this is one of few states, is not on the public records of marriage license. They can keep that private. So we don't know.
So I want to know why.
What we can say is Nicki Minaj.
Husbands and crime aside, why do you prefer Cardi B over Nicki?
I don't prefer. My thing is this: I prefer whoever is hot at the particular moment. And at the particular moment,
now come on, Wiley.
Cardi B did have a era where she was beating Nicki Minaj on the chart.
She did.
It was an era.
So do you think the labels put Cardi B out to basically take Nicki's spot?
No.
Do you think that's what the labels did?
No.
You don't?
I think the labels put Cardi B out because they wanted a piece of this whole female empire, because they saw how profitable it was when Nicki said, "Hey, let's get a female rapper on," because let's see what it worked. I don't think they knew that Cardi B was going to be successful. They took a risk, but because of it hit and it was a shocker, because like when you seen Cardi B coming out, like the song came out, but it took it a while for the track on the chart to go number one. It took it a while. Like she didn't just drop the song and it just poof just went number one. It took it a little time for it to get to that number one spot. So I just think the label's like, oh my gosh. And then once Cardi became so huge, and then the album just did very well, it was a good win. Now I don't have no evidence that they did this to quote unquote replace Nicki Minaj, but there was other rappers that came out saying, "I want
I
you to go and
believe
beef."
Cardi B's
I,
era is
right,
slowly dying
right.
down.
I remember it was another person from the UK said, "Hey, a label wanted to sign me and say, hey, you must beef with Nicki Minaj, right?" But then look,
Of
the
course, I
Kim,
say
the
that.
Kim kind of felt like that it must be in these chick contracts to kind of diss me. So everybody got their own imagery. But regardless of all of that, Cardi did have a successful album, her debut album. You cannot deny it was successful. But what Cardi B is going through now, that album is 3-4 years old. We want something new. And the reason why Cardi B has been temporarily removed as queen in my eyes, and I temporarily put the crown on Nicki, is because Cardi B released some new stuff and she said, quote, "I want to delete myself. I'm done with it. As there is no album," because her fans turned against her and said that that's not that music that she previewed on.
I'm not sure if it's her fans. I feel like it may be the Barb's,
It was the
honestly.
Barb's,
Cause
but my thing is this. Well, let's assume that Cardi B is responding to her fan. Whatever Cardi B is
she needs
responding to.
another like PR team or something. She needs
She
somebody
have
controlling her
she
accounts or
no, she
something.
have the best PR that money can buy. The only issue is if the artists say they want to have their phone, they ain't giving you their social media. F that. Ain't nothing you can do, because guess what? The PR people work for Cardi. She the boss. She ain't gonna have nobody in there. She ain't gonna listen to that. It's plenty of people that so stop responding to
Or
talk.
if she did to just learn how to tune all
She
of like
can't
the
do that.
haters
Number
out
one,
because that's something that come with
she can't
celebrity.
do that. She ain't gonna do that. If she would have did, she would have been did it years ago with this old Tasha K. She cannot do that. She's addicted. Unfortunately, she's addicted to social media, whether it's good or bad.
Can you say that you're addicted to social media, whether it be good or bad?
It's my job to be. I'm not addicted. No, I just post every day because it's my job. But what Cardi B does is her job. She
Do you
needs social.
see some of yourself in Cardi B?
No, I'm not in Cardi B shoes, but Cardi B is more so an artist. She's not a social media influencer like that. I think she's an artist, and she should be, if she have time to post on Twitter and all of that. Remember, she said she couldn't do her album because she's stressed with her baby, blah blah blah. She don't want to leave her kids, but she have left her kids multiple times to do other things. So why you just can't go on tour? My thing is this: I don't mind you post on social media, but where's the album? Where's the tour? You got all this energy for social media antics, but no album and no tour. And then when she did go out and perform her music, people was yarning. They wasn't into it because guess what? She got to perform an old hip hop album that came out in 2018, 2019. That old album that came out. And she started performing that. We over that. We want something new. And Cardi B need a follow-up. And she haven't had a follow-up. She's saying in 2024 she gonna release a new album. And she's frustrated. Everybody asks about a new album. They're gonna keep asking her about it because everybody wants a new Cardi B album. So give the people what they want. And you owe it to your fans, because without your fans, you wouldn't have sold no whiff shots. You wouldn't have gotten no multiple sneaker deals. You wouldn't have got no Fashion Over deal. You wouldn't have got any of that. It was the fans that made you famous. And you owe the fans at least another album. You owe them that. You owe the fans that. And what frustrates us, like the fans are requiring you to give another album, release another album. And the fans want that other album and they demand it. But what Cardi B does, she's still trying to quote unquote compete with Nicki Minaj rollout because she pissed that Nicki Minaj is keep on announcing her album when Offset had his new album out, and then Nicki Minaj went on live and started debuting her new stuff. Because on the night that Offset had his album out, guess who was trending as well? Nicki Minaj, because she was on Instagram with no makeup, with them cut up eyebrows up there premiering her new music. Or quote
Not too much
unquote,
on Nicki. Not too much on
music,
Nicki.
or quote unquote music that she threw in the trash, like old stuff that she scrapped. Regardless, I'm gonna do it on the day that Offset got his stuff because I'm gonna troll him with my new album. And then what did and troll Cardi B on the day of her birthday, because that's when Jason Lee said something about the knot. Then Nicki post that. And then now Offset, side piece or side chick or side whatever, she started posting his new song. And then what did Cardi B have to do? She had to start posting Worth It as well and start walking to that. But at the end, out of all of that, Cardi B left that. Then she premiered her new music. Now she said, I want to off myself, and there is no new album. Like, queens don't act like that. So temporarily, as today, I do temporarily restrict her with her crown. I'm temporarily installing Nicki Minaj. Now that's with some that's under the impression that Nicki Minaj will go number one. That's under the impression that she will sell a minimum of 100,000 plus albums in the first week.
Do you think Cardi B is solidified as an icon in the rap game like
No.
Nicki?
Cardi B is not an icon. No, neither is Nicki.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a stretch, Wiley. Come on.
You say icon. Donna Ross is she hasn't been out here alone. She's not an icon.
You can't
yet.
say that. Nicki is an icon. Come on now.
To give her
Come on, Wiley.
You
Do
said
you honestly
icon
believe
status.
that?
Well, it's subjective, because when I look of an icon, I think Donna Ross is an icon. I think Smokey Robinson.
Nicki is an icon. Come on now.
She's been out that long to be an icon. I don't
Absolutely. Her spot is solidified in this rap game.
I can say
You cannot say that.
Solidified, but giving her the icon status? No, I'm not gonna give her icon. No.
Absolutely. It's levels to this rap.
She's on her way. I'm gonna tell you this. She's on her way of being an icon, but I'm not gonna give her icon status. No.
10 more years, yes. Nicki will still be relevant in 10 more years. I can't say that about Cardi B. But come on now.
I want to be an icon, but I'm not gonna give her that status right now. No.
Come on now, Wiley.
I'm not gonna give her that.
Nicki is most definitely an icon. Come on, Wiley.
Okay, is Lil Kim?
I don't think you believe that.
Is Lil Kim an icon?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. But you cannot sit up here and say.
Well, unless y'all dilute icon status. But I'm not gonna give it to her yet. I'm gonna wait about 15 more years to revisit that conversation. But I'm not gonna give it to her yet.
Nicki will literally still be relevant in 15 years. Like,
you're gonna give her that icon status, correct? So I personally not gonna give her the icon status. But thank you for calling in. You giving her the icon status. That's dope though.
Absolutely.
That's
but okay, Wiley.
Love
you later, child.
Okay. Hello, you live.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. That's dope. She gave an icon status. What? Hi.
She is not icon.
Yeah, she's on her way, but I'm not giving her that status. No.
Well, let me tell you why she won't be icon. I said it the other day when I called in. This is why they keep calling you to hush your mouth. This is why they want you to be quiet. They all want to run away from the fact that case with Kenneth Petty is a big, gigantic deal. It's a big deal. It's not a misdemeanor. It's not a tap on the wrist. It's not a little bitty small bruise. It's a big deal. She will not go down as an icon. That is not icon behavior. That is not how queens move. They do not marry people with troubled past and then go after the victim. Nothing about that is icon. And I am so sick of the Barb saying, well, we're separating her from her husband and her personal life and her music. Well, y'all don't do that for R. Kelly. So if it's good for R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, then we're going to give Nicki Minaj the exact same treatment. Bill Cosby is not being separated. His legacy is tarnished. All the hard work just over with. R. Kelly is not being separated. All the hard work is not happening for them. So why should it happen for Nicki? Because she's a black woman. This is why the Protect Black Woman is so tainted, because we try to use it for celebrities who have access to money to get help for their mental issues, but they refuse to do so because their fandom leads them into narcissism. I'm sorry, Barbs. I know y'all chewing me up in the comments. Nicki Minaj is not an icon. She will not go down as an icon. She is not solidified in this rap game. If she were, she would not pout and pick beats with all of the younger up-and-coming artists. When you are solidified, everything just speaks for itself. Y'all are delusional. When are y'all gonna understand? This woman is not an icon. Cardi B. I mess with you, Cardi B. I do. I mess with you, Cardi B. However, these tandems and tantrums you going on and wishing unaliving on yourself, and then you get to make up all these excuses about why you did it, and I did that because of this. I'm sick and tired of it. Give your fans an album. Stop complaining about I mean, like, girl, like, do you have any real friends in your corner? Do you participate in therapy, or do you have any type of religious help? Because I can't understand how a millionaire who has access to all type of funds present herself online as if she's having a nervous breakdown, all because somebody did not like a snippet of an unreleased track. It's not going to be released. You just used it to get your fans excited, like they were really going to get a surprise. You release an unreleased track. Somebody said something negative. After there were millions and thousands of positive comments, you picked that one negative comment out, Cardi, and decided to address it. I'm just kind of sick of the new girls, Wally, calling themselves icons, and they rap royalty, and they walk around here and act like toddlers. And then the one who's supposed to set an example for them, Nicki Minaj, she's the ringleader because, I mean, like she said, they her sons. She's the example, and this is what we have after after Nicki Minaj led the generation for 10 years by herself. We have girls like Cardi B coming in the game. That's just like so sensitive. Girl, you was able to come in the game and have a baby and still have your career, something that Lauryn Hill and so many other greats were not able to do. And this is the things that you give your fans. So right now, to me, Wally, neither of them are acting like a queen. Neither of them are acting like they deserve the status and, the wealth that they have. They both need to sit down. You know what I mean?
That you said they both need to sit down.
They do. They both need to sit down. At this point, Cardi has proven herself not to be better than Nicki Minaj in any type of way. Nicki Minaj has proven herself not to be better than the younger generation in any type of way. But Cardi with this, like, I just want to unalive, like, you, like, at first I was like, okay, maybe the bar is just reaching, saying she uses sympathy and payola. Cardi, what is this? What is this? Why is you saying you want to unalive yourself? That does come out as sympathy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And since I just think that, honestly, we're talking about them because it's a part of my job, but honestly, both of them really, really it's gonna prove in album sales. It's gonna prove who's really hot. When Nicki go to her tour, it's gonna prove how much star power she still have. And Cardi B is gonna prove it, can you really sell? You only as great as your last album in today's climate. Can you still sell? And now a lot of artists have been struggling, not just female, but male artists have been struggling. What was the Moneybag Yo couldn't sell out an arena. Some of the rappers trying to sell out arenas because they still need to make money. They're struggling. So,
but look who's selling out arenas. The ghetto ratchet STD sexy red that y'all all love to hate. And she's not out here trying to call herself a queen. She out here owning every ratchet negative thing that has been put out about her.
And then you also got to understand Sexy Red also got a lot of the black men support as well.
Yeah, but she's still selling out arenas. And she's not walking around here talking about, I'm finna unalive myself. That young lady just happy that she made it past the grilled cheese sandwiches and the ramen noodles.
I agree.
These people act like, okay, like, y'all were not born into money. Like, y'all honestly came from a struggle. Both of you ladies. Like, how dare the both of them get money, riches, and fame and have the audacity to act like they were some little suburban kids raised up good. And no, girl, y'all came from the struggle. Go get you some mental help. Go hire you a psychiatrist, a therapy, or whatever you need to do. Dig down deep. Fix all that trauma. Let Cardi do her thing. Nicki, you let her do her thing. You stay solidified in your lane and vice versa. And make the money and please your fans and just accept whatever your lane is. All this bickering that's been created in hip hop, like, come on, Wally. You know, back when Kim and Foster was bickering, it didn't go all this to people getting cases and back on monitors with leg monitors and throwing shoes at Harper Bazaars. And man, come on now. It's come on. They taking the fun out of the music. Like, put it in the beat, put it on the record. Like, what y'all gonna do? Like, y'all, and then they blame social media for everything. Oh, it be social media. Content creators and people on social media don't have anything to talk about if you as the artists are not giving them something to talk about. Y'all want to blame YouTubers, content creators, social media. So I guess these people just wake up in the morning and say, hey, let me pull a lie out the sky and make up a story on Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Or do y'all both sit on Twitter and Instagram and throw little kitty shots? They taking all the fun out of it. We got City Girls gonna drop an album. We got Megan Thee Stallion finally out this 15-on-1 thing. Come on, like, we got Sexy Red pregnant, being successful. We got little Ice Spice coming in. Come on, we got little Lola Brooke. Come on, like, the females. Come on, y'all running it right now. Why y'all still beefing? They making way more noise than the men. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
They are making way more noise in the industry right now than the men. This is the most noise we got from the men with this Travis Scott and Offset. Let's be real. Come on now. The men, they've been putting out little stuff. Drake put his album out, whatever, the little Joe Budden thing. But who has really been keeping the rap culture going for the last 3 years? It's been the females. Let's be real. Y'all got the power right now. Come on, turn it around. Let's do a ladies' night. Let's put this stuff to rest.
And the fans kind of tired of it too, all that cryptic messaging.
I am like, and you Wally, you know who this is. I don't really fool with Nicki, but I just want to see Kim and Nicki squash that beef all the way. I don't know what it's gonna take. I think it have been some behind the scenes stuff being said. I think that's the head of it. Once Nicki and Kim come together, I think everything else will fall in line. You see what I'm saying?
That's great for hip hop. That's great for Nicki Minaj brand. If that were to happen, honestly, that's great.
We need a reset.
That's a great reset, and I don't think it's going to complete restore unity with women, but that's a damn good start.
Thank you. It will be the beginning of a cultural reset within female hip hop rap. It just will. Like, it's okay to beef and sell records and stuff like that because that is what hip hop is. That's how it originated. Like they try to tell us as African American people that we're violent. No, baby, y'all better watch The Kings, the comedy. Cedric the Entertainer said it. That's how we express ourselves. That's how we got out and fight. Y'all taught us how to fight with our fists. We sat there and beatbox. We sat there and broke dance. We sat there and lyrically ate each other up. That's how we fought. So I do understand if you know hip hop, you do know it has to be a certain level of beef. But before it to go this far, it's like I'm tired of trying to, like, I don't mess with Nicki, but I'm not a hater. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and discredit everything that this woman have accomplished just because I don't personally care for her. I just tend to feel you have did all this stuff in hip hop, Nicki. You have all these accomplishments. If them girls want to come in and they want to think they can take your throne, okay, that's fine. They can have that in their mind. But when you already know the real deal, Holyfield, the truth, that, girl, y'all don't even know what it takes to stay in the game 5 years strong. Let them talk. Put a record out. That's how you shut them up. I'm waiting for Nicki to act like a queen. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what you do. After Lil' Kim realized she was beating a dead horse, what did we see her do? After 3 years, she went on a tandem. Once she realized what she was dealing with, what did we see Kim do? Go out, have a baby.
She did, and she grew up. She got mature. She started writing that.
She let it go, and she shut the up. And the next time when she came out and they tried to have her talk about it in that interview, what did she say? Don't take this out. I forgive her. They know what they did, but it ain't no more beef with her no more.
She did.
You just let things go.
She stopped it. Yeah, when she came on her new album, the guy kept bringing it up. He said, "No, whoa." She stopped it, and she stopped it. Like, she moved on. She stopped it. They asked her, "Who do you want to do a versus with?" She said, "Nicki." Then what's the name came out? What was the guy name that owned versus? He came out and he said it's gonna be a Nicki and Lil' Kim verses, and they just
Yeah,
Timberland and all of they just took over verse. They just took back
yeah,
ownership. So and he said that about what a couple of months ago. That's Alicia Keys'
yeah.
baby daddy, or husband.
Mhm.
That's the one he trying to cheat it with Alicia and Doug.
Oh
That's
God,
when he
stop
got
it, Wally.
Alicia and all that
Stop,
kind of
stop,
stuff.
stop.
Switch people,
Well, we didn't need to
and he
know that.
started beating up that. You already know Alicia Keys like women. You already know that. Beat it up.
You just had the troll, didn't you,
But
Wally?
I'm just saying this is what happened. He beat it up and he went on there and now they lied. Somebody's such a blended family. But go ahead. But it's supposed to be a versus. We shall see if it.
Yeah, and that would be a nice thing. Like that would be a
Nikki,
wonderful thing.
yeah, that would be good for it. But thank you.
Like I just come on, like
You want the
it, like
unity. You tired of the BS.
I'm tired. I'm tired of Cardi fans begging for an album. And then I think that was so ugly of her. Like I get it, but for you to tell them fans, oh, now it ain't gonna be no album, girl, are you serious? Do you realize that these new girls coming in is a threat? Do you really think you still have the same stardom you had in 2017, 2018? No, ma'am. You are not in a position to be telling your fans just because you got pissed off, oh, now it ain't going to be no album. Do you know how unloyal this generation is that you are in, Miss Gen ZYX? Girl, you're not part of the millennials. Y'all don't know what loyalty is. Loyalty is not royalty to you guys. So these fans that you got, gang, girl, they'll be over there with somebody else.
Yeah.
So you better appreciate these fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people spend their money and come to your concerts and support you, you don't get mad because a handful of negative haters are saying something and then you just punish the whole. Like, nah, baby, that old superstition, one bad apple spoils the whole barrel. That's not a realistic thing. You don't punish all your fans because a couple negative trolls are saying something mean and not so pleasant. And so the people who've been patiently waiting, not being negative, not saying nothing, having your back, going up against the bar faithfully, you just tell them, oh, forget it. I'm just not gonna release the album. Girl, sit down. I'm tired. I'm tired, Wiley. But that's all I had to say about today's show.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Anybody else want to call in? I think 2 other people had called in, you guys. Okay, where was it? Okay. Where are we at? Okay, she called. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wally.
Hey.
What's up, Alpha? Long time no speak.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. What you got to say about? I'm assuming you calling about Nicki and Cardi.
Now, you know I'm calling about Miss Nicki and Miss Cardi.
Go ahead.
Now, my thing is this. Cardi, that's my baby. I live for Cardi, okay? But before I tear into my girl, I'm going to just say, Nicki Minaj, it's just like, I know the Bobs are going to tear me up in the comments, and I really don't care. This needs to be said, all right? She came in, she stole Kim's whole identity, right? Came in the game, stole her whole identity. She's dissing Iggy Azalea and all the other girls that were trying to, squeeze in at the time. Remember Kim's artist Tiffany Fox, and then when Remy Ma came back out, Remy was trying to, get back in the game, and Nicki tried to strong arm her behind the scenes where she had dissed Sheeta. Diss Nicki with Sheeta. And from my own perspective, Wiley, I don't think Nicki ever fully recovered from that diss track. Never fully recovered from that. Even though it did put Remy on the back burner and it did kind of like blackball Remy in a sense from the mainstream, Remy did what needed to be done because a lot of the people were scared to come head to head at Nicki because she was that girl for so long. She did dominate. There was no other real girl to look to. It was just Nicki, right? And when Remy dissed her and put her in her place,
she didn't know where or how to respond back. That diss with Drake and Lil Wayne, Seeing Green or whatever that was, that really didn't do anything. It didn't even, blow the dust off, nothing. So when you have Remy diss Nicki, Nicki kind of like a wounded dog, she retreated back to a corner. And now here comes Cardi B emerging from the smoke. And she came out with Bodak Yellow. She gave a new energy. She gave the girls that were tired of hearing Nicki's voice and that dun 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 dun, my sons and all that stupid sh. We finally got a real girl, that's from the hood, that has the struggle of the stripper life, that, had to be out in the street and make things happen from the ghetto. Real girls could relate to Cardi, like real girls could back in the day relate to Kim, because the girls couldn't really relate to starships and all this craziness, that Nicki had going on. Girls couldn't relate to no starships. Could you relate to starships, Wiley? I'm just okay. Let me stay on track. Let me stay focused.
I like the song. I don't relate. It's a good song.
I mean, you know what? It's a good song for yeah, right.
Okay. It ain't about me relate. If I can bop and throw this leg in a circle, I'm good.
You cannot. You know what? Let me tell you something. Ain't no way you throwing a leg in a circle over Starship. Come on now.
No. It's a good song. I like her pop stuff. That boom, 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 boom. But I like her pop stuff. I never ever get so. If it's a good record, man, hey, I would take this false leg off and just get it with my one leg. I like Nicki Minaj pop stuff. Now I'm not into it when she be trying to sing, but like some stuff, like when she really tried to go there, but I like her pop stuff.
I feel like her pop stuff is very Nickelodeon.
But
you gotta and it's geared. Okay, hear me out, Wiley.
Go ahead. But I like.
All right, so let's get into pop stuff. Like a Mariah Carey pop song, and it's just like honey, like something like that. That's giving you what you want. Or hold on. Or Little Kim, this is ladies' night. Like these are bops that the girls can relate to. Me, super bass. Like I can't get into that.
You can't relate to it, right?
I can't, but I'm a real girl, and I relate to real girls like Kim. I relate to real girls like Remy back in the day before she got locked up and did and all this what she did. Remy had some bops, and I'm conceited. I got a reason. Like there's a couple of bops Remy do have. Like I could get into Remy. I get into Cardi. You know what I'm saying? I do. But what Nicki was given at that time, for the girls that needed, there was no options. How about that? I can't say it's not relatable. Let me retract that statement. There were no other options. We were forced to like super bass. We were forced to like starships because there was no other girls to bring an option to us, right or wrong?
No.
Okay.
Not true.
So
not true because when Nicki Minaj was getting into the whole different thing when it came to pop, that ushered her more towards the mainstream. It was a mixture. Let's not act like Kim didn't have a piece of that strategy when she worked with Christina Aguilera, but I don't think Kim actually kept that going. She took she didn't want to turn against her friend. I get it. Or the crew. I get it. So when Nicki did, it was a different era. Nicki was like the last act for album sales, physical album sales. And she said, hey, let me get into this whole other era of pop music. But she did get some pushback because people that really love hip hop, they was like, you ain't no true hip hop artist. You pop, blah, blah, blah. But also Nicki actually can get into hip hop. Like she can get into hip hop as well. But I actually prefer a lot of her pop stuff than some of her hip hop stuff. So, but that boom, 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 bass, super bass was an iconic record. I mean, I like it. I F with it. I F with it. The people that buy her music, F with it, mostly suburban kids. F, let's be clear. The people that put money in her pocket, most of them are like those suburban kids. F with Nicki.
And this is and here and thank you. Now that's my argument. I'm not talking about suburban kids. I'm talking about inner city. I'm talking about the low income. I'm talking about the middle class black family, brown family. I'm not talking about the Caucasian kids, that could go out and buy physical CDs for $15.99 and $20.99, however they were back in the day. I'm talking about the girl from the ghetto. I'm talking about the young that.
But do they buy tickets like that?
Who?
The low income people. Like, shouldn't you cater to people that's gonna buy your stuff?
Well, not necessarily. Never forget where you come from. Of course, you want to get. Of course, you want to get to that bag, and you want to go into that genre to make the money. But don't ever forget where you came from, because Little Kim sold albums, Remy Ma sold albums. You know what I'm saying? And the girls are out for Cardi B, and those are the low income girls, the stripper girls. You know what I'm saying? The young girls that are climbing the ladder. Even now, the girls that are, a one step. And one step in it, one step out of it, meaning that
I get it. I get what you're saying. But you got to understand, you're in the music business. Whoever's going to buy and consume your stuff, that's who you cater to. All that sound good. Don't forget where you come from. That sound good. But in real world, you cater to who buying your stuff. Right now, you cater to who buying your record. Now, when it comes to Tyler Perry, he's exempt because he found a business, a group of people that was underserved in the music industry. So guess what Tyler did? He catered towards that low income, low vibrational, ghetto, broken English community. You know what they said about Tyler Perry? Make something different. It's so cheap, so low budget. But either A, you cater to your audience, or B, y'all saying that black folks cannot get into pop music. But let's be clear, Nicki got black fans, but who keeps the lights on over there is pretty much white folks.
But I must say this. I must say this. We don't want to exclude the black, the ghetto, the low vibrational, because the black dollar it runs the world. Okay, it runs the fashion industry. Who is wearing all of the designer? The black dollar speaks volumes. So we're not going to act like, oh, it's the suburban kids. The suburban kids are going to follow what the black people are doing. Let's not get it twisted. Okay, because they don't have their own clear identity. They want to dress like black people. They want to talk like black people. And they're going to follow behind black people, okay, to emulate the things that they're hearing and they're seeing. So the black dollar, black voice is power. So I disagree with you there. Okay, I really do, and I love you down.
But at the point is, when Nicki came out, she have people that support her in all zip codes, that support her and buy her.
Nicki came out on mixtapes. Let's talk about what she came out, and here we go with the low vibrational black community. Let's start from scratch. Nicki came out through mixtapes.
Was streaming
selling mixtapes in the underground.
Was streaming out was streaming out and prevalent like it is today?
Well, no, we're not. We can't compare those times to now.
I'm asking you because you're talking about an era. Okay, that's an era. We have moved on. You in the past.
We have. And I feel like and the whole time I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right there, Wiley. I'm gonna stop you right there.
One second. We are in a streaming era. We are in streaming music. Like that's it. Even Beyonce said it. She said people don't want to buy albums anymore. They want singles. Beyonce said
exactly.
It. So this whole idea of going back to when she sold mixtape and all that, them days are over.
What I'm saying is
they're gone.
Yes, the mixtape days, the real days of real rap, real hip hop, underground, those days are over. We are like you said before, with like reels and things like that. People's attention spans are shorter. They're not wanting to buy a whole album, and I'm gonna put Offset in it. Offset's album is fire. Okay, if
Yeah.
anybody has heard that album is good.
But let me
There are
add-
no skips. But
right,
who wants to stick
it's
and listen to
but
23 songs?
but this is this is my brain on there. The album is
Uh-huh.
fair, but what is
Yes, it is.
Offset? What is his marketing strategy? You just cannot release an album and stay at home. Like, remember when he went to Kai Cenat? For me, I think you need to go back to Kai Cenat show and do a streaming party. Go to the Wiley show. Go to DD in the morning. Come back to the Wiley show. Go to Couture show. Go to all these shows. But you cannot tell me that the album is a great, I listen album. Worth It is out of this world. His album is off the chain. But
Yes, it is.
that don't mean nothing if you cannot market it so people can consume it. Just like when Kim released her album, she had a couple of great tracks on 9, but she didn't promote it correctly. You have what the fans are now, their use of Uber and Lyft. What you need, a Uber and Lyft strategy, bringing it to the consumer. Let me go live. Okay, let me do a FaceTime tour, going on people FaceTime. Let me go on Twitch and talk to, in which you have done this thing. Let me go on YouTube. Let me do shows. Let me go to Mall of America. We still have that. And I want y'all streaming myself. They have to understand that you have to promote albums. A lot of these artists are lazy. They're lazy. They're blank. They're just so lazy.
Well, I'll say this, right? Because and this goes back to Nicki. We got this new, I don't know if it's Pink Print, Pink Friday, whatever her new album is coming out. Where is the press? I see her on live with Arrogant Tay talking about pick a straw, out of a hat. You know what I'm saying? Pick a straw out of a hat. I don't see her on the press run like Cardi just did for Bongos. Even though Bongos was a top 20 hit, it really didn't. It wasn't her full potential because it came out too late. That should have been the song of the summer. Maybe the whole Barbie world kind of gave her a little pushback. She was a little insecure about the timing, but she should have just. She was insecure about the timing because Bongos would have been the song of the summer
if she would have stopped being insecure and believe herself and push it and promote it. But my thing again, it was in the top 15. But my thing again with Cardi, she didn't promote it enough. You just going to New York. What about WGCI in Chicago? That's a huge market.
Yeah. You remember when you're right, Wiley.
What about
right?
What about DD in the morning? She have a huge listening base with DF.
You right.
So they think they promo run. I'ma just sit on the Breakfast Club and that's it. Go to a couple.
But you know what, Wiley? You're absolutely right.
What about the rest
yes.
of the country? I don't understand that. What about Alabama? What about unserved communities?
You're right.
Be the promoter there, because back in the day when James Brown,
that's what it was.
They would go on the quote unquote Chitlin circuit and go to those underserved communities and build up the infrastructure. I just think that again, even Offset, he haven't even done what his wife he haven't done enough. Like Offset can be everywhere. They got private jets. Get on the jet and go everywhere. It's so many shows that he can go on. They don't go. And they scared of YouTubers, which I don't understand, because YouTube are speaking to that they cash app, they purchase this up like the Terrell show. Like Terrell, like why Offset can't go on a Terrell show? He's speaking to a lot of people. Like it's so many shows that I can see them on.
I feel like you are absolutely right, Wiley. YouTube is an untapped audience.
It's an
untapped market. And like you guys speak directly to the people. So Offset would want to come to the Wiley show. Offset would want to go on Conscious TV to the Terrell show. These are places that he would want to go to market his album to people. You would definitely want that. But, these days they feel like they hit 5 or 6 big circuit, the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee. You hit 5 or 6 circuits, Kai Cenat. You hit them and you're all set.
And
come on.
Because it's not working because they said hip hop sales is down. It's in the
Yes, it is.
Down because a lot of the hip hop they just focus on the American market. go overseas. Like you have to go and travel and understand and promote your stuff. Like Tyrese, I remember last time when he released his album Black Rose and it wasn't selling. You know what Tyrese did? This was a physical CD copy. This how long ago back? That man started going to Walmarts, started meeting people at work. They started buying this stuff, and guess what it did? Went up in the charts.
Yeah.
So, and that was like the physical, like the.
But the people, Wiley, the people are not hustling like they used to.
They hustle.
They're not hustling like they used to.
Yes.
You know, they get on live. You know, nobody, and 9 times out of 10, you know, people ain't catching lives, you know, all at once. You know, people are not doing that. But if you go on the Wiley show, you go on the Terrell show, people are going to play that back. You know what I'm saying? If they don't get the notification, they're like, oh, shit, they're not doing it, Wiley.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? They're not. And Offset's album is worth it. The song with what is her name? Lotto? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Chloe Bailey, finally. You know, finally I can relate to Chloe Bailey in that Offset album. That, you know what I'm saying? That song was so good. I really felt like, okay, now we can finally relate to Chloe, because Chloe was losing me for a while. Now, after that song, you know what I'm saying? She solidified herself in my eyes to be a top tier. She could be a top tier artist. I don't know, you know, I don't think Beyonce status, Victoria Monet status, but she could definitely be, you know, a topic of conversation after that song if she keeps promoting herself and delivering in that way. Definitely Chloe Bailey could be a topic of conversation. But, you know, the album is good. But will it be high on the charts? I don't know. But honestly, do the charts even matter anymore?
Well,
do they?
Well, it does matter for the artist's ego, and it's
okay, yeah.
It's all for the artist's ego, you know. Because at the end of the day, Beyonce proved, like, you see how she didn't put no videos out because Beyonce is smart. So what Beyonce did, okay, you guys, you are the visual, meaning that she taped it all on cameras. Now she gonna put it in movie theaters. So what these artists are doing, like Cardi B and all of that, they're not doing it right. Beyonce understand my power base now, currently right now, I'm a live performer and people want to see me live. But I also was the DVD girl. Remember, she used to put all her tours on DVD. That phase out.
Yeah.
That phase out. Just like Target announced they're not selling no more DVDs next year.
Really?
They're not going to do anymore. They phasing out DVDs. So now Beyonce, you know, these streaming companies, they need content because of the strike. So now Beyonce is going to put her tour in the movie theaters. So now I already got my update from Cinemax. Now Renaissance, you can watch it in the theater and you can make that money, and Beyonce get a money because she licensed that to those theater companies. So that's great. But now with these artists today, I think what they're doing is kind of outdated. What they need to do is build up their live performances to get people to come live and tape that and then sell it. Because let's be clear, album sales are just low unless you like Drake, unless you like Taylor Swift, unless you like any of these other type big acts. If you're
and you know, you say Drake, you say Taylor Swift, but do you think that Nicki Minaj can reach those numbers? I don't think so.
No, it's I don't see it happen. I don't think the artists today, if you can do 100,000 the first week, it's a win. The first week, it's a win. If you they even took it down. If you do 80,000 copies the first week, it's because people are not buying albums. Album sales are low now because streaming is different. And then you got artists now don't want to do even. I'm gonna talk about another video. Artists is really selling their catalogs because the music industry it ain't worth nothing, so they just selling it to the highest bidder. And they over it. So that's just the whole era. But thank you so much for calling. I'm going to go to the next caller. But thank you for that, for giving your opinion about all of this. Thank you.
All right, Wiley.
Love you. Thank you. Okay, we got a people that have called in. We're going to bring them on. And then I'm going to take this last caller on. Hold on, let me call them back. And then we're done for that. This was great. This was a great show.
Please leave your message.
Okay. Who else did I call? All right, that was it. Okay. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Yeah, what's going on with you, Wiley?
Hey, doing great. How are you doing? Go ahead.
I'm good. What you running a Nicki hate channel?
You said, excuse me?
Are you running a Nicki hate channel?
No.
All right. The majority of the comments in there is all negative towards this woman.
Excuse
I
me?
mean,
So I control.
all the comments I'm reading, I'm looking at is like all negative.
Oh, okay. So that means I have control of those people?
Well, then you should say something that will make them change their wording.
Excuse me? What
It's
I
like to me, like you agreeing with it.
with,
You bringing it up for them to say something about it.
well, excuse me, ma'am, with all due respect. Only thing I'm gonna ask them to do.
Okay, what I really
is,
called about was that
hold on one
called
second.
about these migrants.
Let me respond to that.
Called about these migrants.
Hold on
Because
one second.
you used to stay here in Chicago, right?
One second,
Or
ma'am.
you lied about that too.
One second, man. Only thing I'm worried about with those people I'm gonna tell them to do collectively is go to the Cash App $ Marquise Wally 28
Oh, so
Wally
now you
Show
know what?
at gmail.com. Them the only two things that I'm gonna tell them to do. But they have a right, ma'am, to post whatever they want to post. Long as they ain't cussing, they have a right to say what they want to say. And I love it
Okay.
because that's what the viewer is supposed to say. But go ahead, you want to speak about the migrant? What's on your mind?
Yeah. Did you used to stay in Chicago?
I still stay in Chicago
So why does Carl say all the way in Dallas, Texas?
because you can have multiple numbers. That's easy.
Oh, I ain't know that. What, you ain't paying your phone bill? You ain't paying your bill?
I have multiple phones, ma'am.
Why you need multiple phones? What, you hiding from somebody?
Because I have you calling me on my business phone. This is the business.
Oh yeah, but he got a why you don't have a 773 number or a 312 or 872 number or 708?
I don't want that. Because I had the
Oh, okay
972.
then, Wiley. Okay, well, but you said in the audience you was clapping for this man. You was clapping for him when he got elected.
Mhm.
Yeah, you was right there up in there. I saw you clapping
Mhm.
for this man, and I already knew he already told y'all what he was gonna do. You know, and y'all black folks, these Negroes here in Chicago always keep voting for the same people. So I'm not surprised at all that all our taxpayer money is going to these migrants.
Mhm.
So are you surprised?
No, ma'am.
Okay then. So why did you bring it up then if you're not surprised?
Because I'm the host of the show and I brought it up for conversation. And guess what? You're on the phone.
I know I'm on the phone. I'm on my phone now talking to you.
Right.
But what I'm saying,
You know,
though, half those people in your comments are not from Chicago.
Because this is happening in New York. This happened all over the country. And most
Yeah, but we only talk about Chicago because that's where me and you are from.
exactly. But
So you want to go out and have a drink?
not at this moment because I don't drink like that, ma'am.
I mean, what do you do, Wiley, besides run false narratives?
Excuse me?
I mean, we could both go down there to City Hall. I mean, we could catch that Madison bus. We can catch the Blue Line.
So,
I mean, what you want to do?
So 1 second, ma'am. You're saying running with false what now?
Don't even worry about it. Now you act like you can't hear.
False.
I'm talking about getting on the bus and going down to City Hall.
But then you also said I run false narratives. So why would you want to get on the bus with me and I?
Okay, but I thought you said you didn't hear what I had to say. Then you be listening. You want to hear what you want to hear. Okay, how about we get together and start riding up these black folks down there at City Hall? That's where all the politicians at.
Well, I've been to City Hall. You can always go. Are you going to go today?
No, I need to because you got the big mouth in the platform.
Okay. When do you want to go?
It's up to you. Well, I got to work tomorrow night and Saturday night. So can we do this anytime next week?
Yeah. Text this number and I will assist you. We can go to City Hall.
No, we need a game plan. We need to rally up all these folks down there.
Okay,
all these dummies that now they vote for voting for them.
Right, because I'm assuming you vote for Paul.
I bet you voted for him.
I'm assuming you vote for Paul Vallis. You voted for Paul, correct?
I ain't voted at all because ain't now one of them wasn't qualified to get my vote.
Oh,
but anyway, did you vote for him or you tried to vote? Or you tried to put Lori Lightfoot back in?
Excuse me. So you didn't vote at all?
Hell no, I ain't vote. Who to vote for? All of them are the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I'm voting for when Trump get back on that ballot.
And why are you voting for Trump? If I may ask,
you don't see the mess.
You said you didn't vote. So what make you want to vote for Trump? Can you let the audience know?
Oh, because Trump kept a lot of money in my pocket. That's why.
Okay.
Trump kept us safe. He was finna build that border. And first of all, my nieces and my nephews go to a HBCU, and he gave them well over enough money for them. unlike Obama and the rest of them. Joe Biden is a racist, and you did not know that, did you? Oh, he didn't say he did a eulogy for the KKK member. You didn't know about that eulogy he did.
I get that, but also because I hear that point, I don't like calling people who's a racist or not, but I will say this:
he's a racist.
Back in the 80s, Donald.
No. If you a racist back then, you're a racist now.
Can I finish my point? Donald Trump.
Yeah, go ahead, finish your point.
Before he became,
you probably reading off a sheet of paper.
Because he was before he was the president, he was sued by the Department of Justice because when he had those buildings, they did not.
Who we talking about? We talking about Biden. Or we talking about Trump?
We talking about Trump. They did not allow black residents to get a lease.
Got anything to do with his policy?
To get a lease. Give me a second. To get a lease to lease any of his apartments. So the Department of Justice, they ordered Trump. He settled with them. He had to get a certain amount of apartments and lease it to some black folks. I'm talking about qualified black applicants were getting denied because they were black.
Oh, okay then. So why wasn't this come out before he became president?
You wrote a statement. You said a statement. They're all the same. I would argue Trump and Biden is cut from the same cloth because they both have issues policy-wise when it comes to black folks. And under Biden, a lot of black folks are still not getting enough government contracts. Under Biden, as well under Trump, black-owned media is not getting advertisement from the government compared to the white counterparts. We're still under like 0.5%. Black home ownership is still not at 50 or 40 or 60%. It was still bad under Biden and under Trump and bad under Obama, bad under Bush, bad under Clinton, bad under Bush Sr. So we are still struggling consistently. And so neither party, and I will agree, haven't done enough for black people.
Well, Trump let go a lot of people out of jail that was up under that Biden crime, bill. He pardoned a lot of black folks out of jail. They was getting over lengthy sentences for selling drugs. He let them go. People see, and then look at all these indictments coming from him. Now they indicted Trump over insurrection. And look what's going on with the Palestinians down there. They over down there tearing up that Capitol like it ain't nothing, fighting the police. I don't see them get charged with anything.
They were arrested, ma'am.
So it's double standards when it comes to the news media. That's why I don't watch CNN.
But those Palestinian activists, those people that was in the Capitol, you're talking about yesterday, correct? Was that yesterday?
Yeah, they rolled all over the Capitol.
Right.
And I ain't seen no police got no guns out to shoot one of them.
They did get arrested. They get arrested.
Okay, but they're going to get the same amount of time like they gave the other people, the J6 insiders, that's what they call them.
Right, but a couple of
they ain't going to give them 20 years.
A couple of them, because a couple of them were convicted. They were charged. More other indictments coming from that. But President Trump is being indicted for keeping classified materials at Mar-a-Lago and sharing government.
He said that it's a law. He can keep classified materials.
So when they asked him,
Joe Biden had all his materials all out in the open, all in his cars, all in the trunk for people to see. And then what about his son that got indicted for all that stuff that he was doing off his computer, bribing with other countries, taking our money?
Right. So when they asked President Trump, according to the media, when they asked President Trump, "Hey, sir, can you return the documents?" President Trump refused to return the documents.
I ain't never heard that.
Oh, you never
heard that? I saw that they raided his house.
Can I send you the information? Because I know you don't.
All right, go ahead. And it better not be from no CNN.
No. This is the reports, ma'am. Even from Fox News. He would just refuse to give back the documents. He refused to give it back.
Because he refused to give it back. I mean, you got to go to jail for that.
That's a crime. If you're refusing withholding stuff that required that you don't supposed to have, that is a crime.
Okay, all the other presidents, past and present, they kept their documents.
No. Only people, if you get permission, if it's declassified and you get permission, it's a protocol. It is a protocol to get documents to have it for the presidential library. You can't just grab documents. Oh, it's mine. No, you can't do that. And then President Trump did say, I could have declassified, but I didn't do it.
He said, Trump said out his mouth, I ain't watched many of his rallies. He said those documents was declassified.
He said
That's
He
what he
said,
said.
I could have did it, but I didn't do it. Then he reneged it. It's my own documents. I have newspapers. I don't know what's going on there. It's like a lot, but we're not gonna get into that whole argument when it comes to that. But
Okay.
we have other indictments as well when it comes when he
Uh-huh.
asked the Secretary of State of Georgia, can you please find those 33,000 votes just to find
We all know they cheated. We know they cheated. You know they cheated. They had Big Mama and her daughter, bringing out suitcases of ballots, and it was way past the time the election should have been over with. All of a sudden, Trump was leading by thousands and thousands of votes, and then within 2 hours, he caught up. Biden all of a sudden just caught up with all these mysterious ballots. Come on now, you know they cheated. You know they cheated. And that's why they're being exposed right now.
So
that's why they're being exposed, and that's why this news media don't want to cover it.
Okay. So
The news media is very biased.
So Rudy Giuliani was charged with something he haven't.
Yeah, they're going. It's a witch hunt. We know what they're doing. You know too much.
Those two.
We have to stop you.
1 second. The mother and the daughter you're talking about, they were working and they were election workers, right? He put out a lie. Rudy Giuliani, and they pretty much harassed this black mother and her daughter.
They harassed them. They caught they fat ass on tape.
They lied. That it was a lie to say that.
It's on tape, Wally. How the hell you can use that? What you got to lie about? It's on tape.
Ma'am, you're talking about something that is a lie, and I can't have you on it. It was a lie. It was a lie. Okay.
I see right now.
Thank you so very much. I gotta let you go because what you're saying, you're repeating a whole lie. That black woman was harassed. They didn't hide no papers, no votes, and no suitcases. That was all a lie. But this is the power of misinformation, and I'm so very sad that mother and that daughter have to go through that. So very sad. They testified. They testified before Congress about what they went through, and it was innocent. Like innocent people got attacked off of lie. So very sad. So thank you so very much. Because then she went from Chicago, then she went from Trump, then she started repeating right wing conspiracies, and you could tell by the network that she watches and all that type of stuff. And she didn't even know that happened about who can declassify and blah blah blah. She misinformed, and it's okay. She just need a little help. Okay, all right. She came in with the conspiracies. But who could have voted for Biden? He ain't the ish in 45 years. I'm done with this caller. You're so misinformed. 972-674-9462. This lady been hiding under a rock. So in the video, Cardi putting is a conspiracy too. Well, that was a doctor. That wasn't her. It came out that it wasn't her in court. Although Trump could have been a part of it too. Loud, ignorant. I don't watch TV. Woo, save myself. LOL. Oh my gosh, y'all is something else in his comments. All right, thank you all so very much for tuning in for this amazing show. This have been awesome. I didn't think y'all was gonna call in like this. They said she is funny. She should be no, absolutely. She's misinformed. And so thank you all so very much for that. And she only called in because we talked about a Chicago topic. So that was great. We want to thank her for calling in and giving her opinion. We want to thank all the callers for calling in and giving their opinion. We want to say thank you all so very much for that. If you want to contribute to the Wiley Show, you can donate at this very time. Let's keep it going. $ Marquise Wiley 28 because it was a lot of cussing. WileyShow@gmail.com. If you want to contribute to the show, please do so. Because we still keep the lives going. Some of our competitors don't do it at all. Some of my colleagues, they don't do it any more lives, and we still keep it going out of tradition because we like doing the lives. And guess what? Y'all said y'all wanted a 3-hour live. So we definitely giving y'all a 3-hour live. Okay. Then y'all saying, it's your boo. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a bae and stuff like that. I do storylines, honey. Y'all fall for it every time. All right. Thank y'all so very much. You running a Nicki Minaj shadow over here. So that's just how that goes. You know what I'm saying? I get people to come on the show. they fall on bad times and they come on the show and we move on because we offer entertainment and they move. I guess they go to another hotel, motel, another house, surfing, whatever they do. But this is what we do, okay? This is what we do. We entertain and everything. Because we only let people stay here if they pay rent. All right. We'll let you come and wash your clothes. All right. But if you can't pay no rent, you can't stay here. I mean, that's what that is, right? Like you can't. If you can't pay, you got to pay. I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't care who you are. If you a grown man and you keep getting put out because you don't want to pay, you like being homeless. You have a homeless addiction. And I never wanted to say this about some people, but it's some people out in this world is addicted of being homeless. Okay? You're addicted to it. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how attractive you are. I don't care. People gonna get tired of you if you don't pay. You got to pay. And I'm the type of man, I have good intentions. I'm like, what's your game plan? What's this? Okay. Well, I gotta smoke all day, every day. No, you don't. You want to do that, but you too broke to smoke. You too broke. You shouldn't be smoking that. What you should be smoking on somebody bus and train and getting another job and doing some more doubles and doing some triples. You shouldn't even lead a job. Actually, you should be on the parking lot putting a tent out. You got more hours for me, boss? Or go to somebody, you got some more hours? Because you want to be taken care of. Okay? Okay? Now, I don't mind doing it, but when I'm getting out of the deal, if I ain't getting out of the deal, I can't help you. Either A, you're gonna be a guest co-host, and you gonna be a guest co-host or something. But you got to do something because I have bipolar. I get irritated really quickly. Like, what you doing? Oh, this type of stuff. I can know when I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, this is what's going on, and all this. And I couldn't wake up to get on the bus to go to work. Excuse me? You couldn't do what now? I couldn't wake up and get on the bus. I missed my bus. No, you didn't. No. Mm-mm. Because you got to do right. Whatever you go, you got to pay. Now you're going to get me about to be Daddy Wiley. You don't want to see Daddy Wiley. Don't nobody want to see Daddy Wiley. You're going to get down. I'm going to talk to him. And when I start saying this, son, what you going to do? When you get that, you better get put out. But I'm about to give you a lecture. Son, you got to work, son. You can't depend on people, son. You an adult. You're a grown man, son. Son, I'm here. You don't want to do right. So you need to be out on the cold. You got to be out on the cold streets. This ain't about no Nicki. This ain't about no Cardi. I talk about these folks all day. But that's it from my show. But real life, I'm going to make sure I have a roof over my head. If I have to do 50 triple doubles, 2 jobs. And guess what? I don't walk straight. I can't stand for a long period of time. Wait a minute. I get headaches. My leg is twisted, get swollen. But I'm going to do everything possible to not be on the street. And if you can walk straight, your leg, you ain't got no mild cerebral palsy, you say you ain't got no mental illness, then you should be able to do it, player. Because if I can do it with some physical limitations, then what is your excuse? Now, only reason why I'm saying this is to help you. I get over people very quick. And when you ain't doing right, I tell you ain't doing it right. Because I know how hard I work. I'm in school, doing a show, I work. Okay. If I can balance all that with a mental illness, why can't you do that and you say you don't have a mental illness? I don't understand that. Everywhere you go, you don't have a place. And so what? I left a text and say, oh, that's me. I can flirt all day. This is what I do. But you missing the big piece. You don't want to pay where you live at. That's what you don't want to do that. You got to pay. And if somebody is good enough to assist you, if you get paid, you should be paying rent. But when I say you don't want to do that, you don't want to be helped. You don't want to be helped. You want somebody to take care of you, and I ain't gonna do that. That's because I go to the crack house to get my cousin. I go right to crack. Paul, what did I say? I said I go to the crack house and go pick up my cousin and take care of Tank. I go pick him up from the crack house. If I just want to take care of somebody, he's on the list, and I said I ain't want to take it. I said I ain't gonna do that. Because you don't want to do right. Now, we all know. I said, wait a minute. And Paul, when you seen that cash, when I see the screenshot, I said, excuse me? I said, take that back. Go live your happy life. Because that is an insult. That's an insult. I said, take that back and go live an extended stay. You know why you don't want to live in an extended stay? Because you got to pay them every week or they're going to put you out. You don't want to do right. I have helped plenty people. Some people are doing really good. Other folk, not so much. Because they don't want to pay. Work so you can have housing. I can understand if you ain't healthy, you hooked up the tubes, I get it. But you healthy. You healthy. I'm in a position, I have a show. I built an audience. But you don't. You don't have that. I have that. And I don't want to sound like nobody's daddy, but when you in need, you got to listen to some advice. Because you got to listen to people. And I could really go there, but I'm not going to go there. But my thing is this. Don't insult me and think I don't have no intelligence. Because when I see that, I try to help people. But then I got to throw that hammer. Because you got to pay wherever you live. You got to do it. And I'm going to really go in. One day I'm going to go in. But if you don't do it, you're going to always be getting put out. I mean, I do feel, I felt bad. I'm like, oh, man, you got put out. Oh, what's going on? And when I saw, I said, oh, I get it. When I do that, when I start talking to myself and saying different stuff, oh, you better get to understand because you don't like to pay. And that's okay. Well, you go do that somewhere else. You go do that somewhere else. But God don't play about me. God need to tell you, stop trying to put a curse on people. You tell God, and you don't have to pray to God because he already gave you the answer. He gave you a man. He gave you your health. He gave you legs. You can walk. He gave you your mindset to set your alarm clock. He gave you a heart. Your heart still beat. He gave you all that. He already answered the prayer. And guess what? You got to do the work. Now, You cannot take advantage. I'm being very nice. This is the calm, nice Wiley. Very calm, nice Wiley. Now you will be used for content. Anybody that step foot in here will be used as content. My family not exempt. You will be used as content. If you don't like that, goodbye. You can be replaced. I get another storyline. Yes, I am an entertainer. I'm a messy blogger. This is what I do. If you don't like it, to the left, bye. You will be content. You come on this show, if you ain't got your life together, the public gonna know it. That's you. You should have stayed in that corner. It ain't my fault you came up on camera. You should have stayed in the corner. Don't come on camera. When you know you ain't got your stuff together, you better not come on camera. You better stay in that corner. Because the fans, they gonna know it. Hey, who is this? They gonna know it. I love get a toy. I love to entertain all day long. But you pay your rip share. You don't pay, get a little something. I'm fine with that. But you don't want to pay. Like people ask me, man, what your other friends? No, they don't want to pay. You don't want to do right. And they're going to drag you. And they're going to win. Man, you don't be getting your fans up. Why should I be getting my fans in order? I said, Paul, really quickly. I said, why should I get my fans? I said, I ain't getting them in order nothing. They're going to be here when you long gone. And they're going to be right here. They don't play that. Because you can't be trying to diss people when you don't have a place to lay your head. You're not in no position to do so. You can't. Get your personal life fixed first before you try to defend Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj's personal life is intact. She got a house. She can go to the refrigerator when she got time. She pay for her food. She pay for her lights, electricity. She got her life in order. She don't need no defending. But you trying to defend that and trash other people and talk about you can't do that because your life is not in order. I can entertain all day. And I'm not getting like I'm above people, but I got common sense to know that if this shuts down, I'm talking about YouTube shuts down, I'm going to still eat because I'm going to be humble enough to work a regular job. Because I've done that before I ever did YouTube, before I even got paid from YouTube. I'm going to work a regular job. I'm not too good to work on it. I still do it. I just think that people need to understand you have to do these things. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Yes. Oh, yes, sir. Are you from her office? I'm sorry. Yes. Did you get the email that I sent? Oh, Marquise Wiley. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, Marquise Wiley. I left a voicemail with my name and I left an email too as well. Oh, I was going. I sent it this morning. Yeah, I had sent about like 10 something this morning. Because I sent an article. Again, I can go back to my email. Give me 1 second. I sent an article email concerning an article from the UK from the Daily Mail for the 9,000. Hold on 1 second. I sent that email at 10:06 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry. I said yes, Jeremy Dobway. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me forward that back to you. I'm sorry. Because I know you probably that means you get a lot of emails. Okay, I just forwarded it to you. Okay. All right. Yeah, about the migrant crisis because it's concerning because the headline was saying $9,000. They have it. They said Chicago's giving $9,000 to migrants to cover. Yes, that's it. Wow. Yes, sir. Thank you for calling me back. Yeah, I'm asking is it true? And like I was trying to get a statement from the older woman about that if it is true. I would love to do an interview if I can, get her on the schedule because I know. Okay. Okay. You said like next Thursday, you said? I'm sorry. Oh, next week. Okay. I understand that because it's the budget. Because I know Mayor Johnson just released his the budget proposal and everything. Okay. Thank you so much for calling me back. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. That's that city hall business. Okay. We'll get into that. So that's like my whole point. It's like I go into more details about it. It was simple, you know what I'm saying? It was simple because I want you to succeed because I was able to succeed, you know, and I want you to succeed. So that's pretty much like I was saying. I'm like man. And then this is another thing. I don't like talking about YouTube stuff once I'm off camera. That's another thing. Like the rent that did it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't like talking about YouTube stuff. Yeah, Nikki and Co, you always blah blah blah. I listen. When this camera off, I don't want to hear nothing about no YouTube. I don't want to hear nothing about no YouTube stuff. I don't. I don't. I don't want to have no discussion. I don't want to do no this. I don't want to discuss anything concerning YouTube once this camera is off. Now, when the people send me art, that's great. But anybody will tell you, do not call me unless you got a tea about a celebrity. But calling me, talking about respond to a subject, I'm gonna hang up and tell you to call in once the phone lines is open. I just had to tell somebody that yesterday. Called in. Oh, I got something to say about the show. I said, oh, call back in. Put it on here. Unless you're gonna pay. You talking about show stuff. Talk about when I'm on the air. I'm not on the air. Okay. But if you supposed to be roommate, don't bring up no YouTube stuff because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to have no debates about YouTube because I'm gonna say put the camera on and let's talk about it on the camera. And then uh uh we can have a conversation on camera about that. But just having this stuff about Nikki, because Nikki don't care nothing about, and I told this person verbatim, Nikki don't care nothing about you. If she did, go ask her you need help with housing and see what she's saying. I'll wait. Go call her right now. Oh, you can't call her because you don't have her number. Go DM her. She have a DM. Go there. It will never be answered because there because your priorities is messed up. Take all that energy defending Nikki and put it and apply it to your personal life, and you get your life in order. Because that, or get you a blog, get you a YouTube, get you this. But just thinking that it's okay to live up on somebody, and when you send when you just don't want to, when you're missing to going to work, you quote unquote, oh, I missed the bus. Okay. Yeah, you doing it because you don't want to work. And I'm gonna show you what I can tell you. Because I did it. I did everything right to help. I was like, home girl. I'm like, okay, home girl. I'm gonna show you girl. Because I'm like, listen, you got to do right. That's all I'm saying. And it's gonna be a storyline content as always, because I do great content. And because the truth, the person will show you who they are, and you show that you don't want nothing out of life. You don't want nothing out of life. You gotta want something better for you. You gotta want something better for you, girl. So, Paul, we got to get somebody else to be the fake boyfriend for the show. The new guy. We'll talk to him. At least he have his own place. He's a cloud chaser too. So we will usher in that. That'll be our new storyline. We're trying to get a storyline for 2024. Make sure you DM him back. He's really good. He'll be good entertainment for the show. Yeah. Anyway, because my thing, I'm just telling y'all, like, I'm difficult to be with. They say, "Well, sweet man, I hope he falls in love and happy." Yeah, I'm a sweet guy. I just want people to be better, but it's like people just in this mode, like they just want me to take care of. Like, no, I'm not. I name drop somebody's name. I ain't gonna name drop them now, but I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I want you to succeed. Either A, be a co-host, we can make some money together, or B, pay rent. If you can't do that, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. But then you got to be strong to be a co-host, because these people will drag you. And a lot of these people ain't strong. Y'all is ruthless. Baby, y'all is ruthless. These producers is a tough crowd. But if you can get through this crowd, you can make it. But a lot of these guys, it's weak. They can't make it. Baby, these comments got these people in a fickle. They can't handle. I have one particular guy here. And he was so upset at what y'all said about him in the comments. He was upset about it. But I said, bruh, they ruthless in the comments. But they're a reflection of me because I'm ruthless. You got to know what you're doing when you're in the comments. Yes, Love Maria said, because when the cameras are off, you are off. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And y'all know members only. We'll go into more details and members only. We'll go into more details. Like members only. Like we get into it. Don't hurt Wally, man. Wally, don't hurt these men. Yes, go fall in love. Yes. And that's it, bros. And we gonna get into it on members only, you guys. And y'all it's gonna be a key. We gonna get into it on members only. And it's gonna be on for our members over there on YouTube. Members, get your memberships so y'all can catch the replay, but we gonna talk about it on members only. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna make a coin out of it. But yeah. Yeah, and Paul, when they hear the story, they're gonna be inspired, because some of it's gonna be like messy, but then when they hear like the story of it, because if you really a true Wiley fan, if you go back to one episode when I picked up the phone and the person called me, it's like 2-3. If you really a true Wiley show fan, somebody find that timestamp for that. They said members only. They said members only when probably I would say probably tonight, but I'm not 100% sure. But just when I post it in the community wall, y'all do get it, right? Or it probably would be Sunday, because yeah, I will wait to Sunday, because Sunday is our day. So yeah, Sunday is our days. I like Sundays because like Sundays is like, I just like Sundays. So it would be like Sunday. But I will tell y'all to please be watchful on the community wall, because we did post some receipts. We did post some receipts on members only, because there's some members only stuff that we do have to talk about. So make sure y'all keep checking it, because somebody said, "Oh, the receipts is coming in." So members only. So make sure y'all get y'all membership. They say, so you don't use your backup channel at all. You know what? Yes, we're gonna use that. We're gonna change the name of that. That's gonna be my other channel. We're gonna be doing some stuff over there. That's gonna be announced for 2024. Bougie Barbie, you said it. So someone, we're gonna make that announcement. That's gonna be a totally different channel, different name. It's gonna be told. It ain't gonna be nothing Say Wiley Show, nothing like that. And I will let you know, Bougie Barbie, when that's gonna happen. But right now, I'll let you know, Bougie Barbie. But yeah, we're gonna change that whole name. That's gonna be a whole nother channel when I do something on that channel with someone. So that's not gonna be the Marquise Wiley Show. That's gonna be something totally different. They said we have a good time on members only. Yeah, we do. We have a good time. I think I did a mukbang on the last members only. Was it like a semi milk mukbang when I did like the bacon and eggs? Yeah. No, it would not be a political channel. No. Over here is a political and celebrity gossip. But it won't be a political channel, no. I'm keeping my political and celebrity gossip stuff over here. Yeah. So yeah. When I become a member, can I see old and current video? I won't say you will see. I'll be able to see all of it because most of it is on Zoom, and I have it downloaded, and it's like 6, 8, 9 hours worth of content, and that's just too much. And then it's some of the stuff I can't even post on YouTube. So, you can see the video, a current one we just did. You can see the receipts. You can see a current one, but all the other stuff, no, not like all the old stuff, no, because most of that's on Zoom. And the reason why we did it on Zoom, like when we do a Zoom, that means it's too hot for YouTube. So yeah, if you see it on Zoom, that means it's too hot for YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put that timestamp up there. Thank you all for y'all beautiful sales coming on the show. Y'all say y'all want a 3-hour show, and y'all got a 3-hour show. Okay, how do I see the Zoom stuff as well? Well, you can hit me up once you become a member. I can email you the old stuff, but you must watch it on your computer because it's a big file for some of the stuff. And yeah, it's a big file. But y'all say, "Why we want long videos?" Y'all got a long video today. And because the callers called in, so to make the video longer is when callers call in. So if y'all want the long video, callers call in. Okay, you want a long video, call in so we can prolong it, more conversation. But I'm not gonna try to force myself to do a 3-hour video. No, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you all. I will talk to y'all in the future. All right. Peace.